Maybe I'll go in there and check and make sure it sounds okay.
When thou wert here before, I could not look thee in the eye. Thou art like an angel. Thy skin makes me cry. Thou floatst like a feather in a beautiful
Thanks.
I wish I was special. That's so very special. But I am a creep. I am a weirdo. What in hell am I doing here?
I thought this song was appropriate, by the way.
I do not belong here. I cannot if it hurts. I want to have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want thee to notice when I am gone. That's so very special. I wish I was special, but I am a creep. I am a weirdo. What in hell am I doing here? I do not belong here. She runneth out the door. She runneth out. She run, 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 run. Whatever makes thee happy, whatever thou wants, that's so very special. I wish I was special, but I am a creep. I am a weirdo. What in hell am I doing here? I do not belong here. I do not belong here.
Single ladies. Hi guys, welcome back to For the Win. It's just gonna be me, Yosar, and Ildren. We're just gonna be talking about what we have planned as our DM is currently taking care of something. So he's gonna be back shortly and then we'll get started on our actual session. But hi, welcome to everybody that's here with us. We're hanging out. And if you guys have any actual questions while we are just kind of hanging out and chatting and the DM isn't here, we'll be glad to answer any questions you guys might have. But first off, Yosara, why don't you tell us what we're going to be doing as we go into the future for the win?
Yeah, Kale is having to step away for a little while, so we're trying to keep ourselves at the magic number 4. So we're looking for another player. We'll be hosting auditions, kind of. We're asking you to send us a message if you want to play, anything like that. Hit up Alex, hit up For the Win on YouTube. Find us. We'll answer. Someone will answer you. But we need another player, so we're going to be doing some one-shots moving forward to sort of test out play dynamics. Hopefully starting next stream, possibly later. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, what's great about this is Alex is our main DM that's gotten us all together, but as a group, everybody but me over here in my corner has DM'd before. I was really lucky to get paired off with a bunch of people that have played a lot more D&D than I have.
Well, when are we going to change that?
I don't know. I don't know if we want to change that.
Oh, you have to. Absolutely. Everybody has to do it at least once. Because you'll never know if you get addicted unless you try it, you know? That's Ildren's motto with things.
Oh, of course it is, Ildren. You know, just stand up and start dancing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what'll happen.
Yeah, that's true.
And when you DM, you're the one in control, so it's, you know, that's its own high in and of itself.
Yeah, and I have a very overactive imagination, so...
Yeah,
hi, Bubble. See? Hi, Hood. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. So yeah, I mean, I just have never built it out. I don't have the D&D manual. I have is literally a player's manual. It's not the Dungeon Master Guide. So I guess I'm gonna have to read through one of those to really figure out what I'm doing.
Honestly, the Dungeon Master Guide, it has a lot of like tools in it, but whatever it has to say about running the game is pretty broad. You know, it's basically just like, do what you want, really. Like, here's some guidelines on how to structure like a story or a dungeon or something. But if you're a fan of fantasy books or adventure books or, you know, movies or anything, then you probably already have a solid grasp of what a good story would be. You know, what you like anyway in a story.
I read way too many romance novels.
You could do a romance campaign. You'd have to find some, you know, confident players.
I just want to point out, if you run a romance one-shot, Alex will be playing in it, and I don't know if you want that.
Yeah. You want Bahat Man on the Bahat Charette?
No, Bahat Man running after Bahat Woman as they both are trying to figure out who's the most badass.
Who's the most angstiest? Yeah.
That's the angstiest.
Ah, jeez.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know if Alex is the right fit for a romance campaign, but I think it could happen. You know.
You know what would be great though is if we just made Alex the big bad hiding in the background.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
campaign.
Well,
just like
he'd be like
lurking,
anti-romance.
waiting. Yeah, anti-romance the whole time. While everybody else is just nothing but romance. No, I read a lot of different books from fantasy, and I play tons of video games on my own. So, I mean, I have all of that experience to bring if I ever did
steal, you know, your favorite little bits from all those things and, you know, just mash them all together. That's what I do, and people tend to like it.
Works. So tell me some of y'all's ideas. I mean, you guys have done multiple Dungeon Master campaigns yourself. So, what's that like?
I mean, Yosara's playing in my newest campaign, which is in like a homebrew world that I'm taking way too long to detail. Like, you know, you don't really need to build a whole lot in your world to play in it. You know, a little town with a little, you know, plot and some characters is enough. But I got the urge to, you know, poke in that shit, so that's what I've been doing.
Oh gosh. Yosara, talk to us.
Egg has been building this homebrew world for as long as I've known him, so at least 4 years now.
Wow.
Been a long time since we met.
Well, you know what? Honestly, though, as far as homebrew goes, that's not the longest I've heard someone do a homebrew. When I was working out in the field, I heard somebody had a 7-year homebrew that all the same people had been in for 7 years together.
Well, that's just playing time. We've only been playing for like 2-3 months right now.
Oh, okay.
We spent 4 years working on the world before we started playing.
Building.
Yeah,
the
no,
world
I just
before
kind of
the
did it in
play.
my spare time, just building, random details and stuff. And I never wanted to play in it because I didn't want to start a group until it was like way super, detailed. But anyway, it's
Aw, thanks, Bubbles.
we've only been playing for a few weeks, but I've seen people with campaigns that go for like decades, and they actually play for decades, and have 20 people that have gone through and come in and come out through different campaigns and everything, but it's all set in the same world.
Yeah. No, I mean, that makes sense. I get that. It's fascinating to me how in-depth it is, because I feel like such a newbie most of the time. Like, that's why oftentimes I've messaged you guys. I'm like, talk me through what I should do in this situation. Like, especially with like attacks and everything, because you just have to learn your character and what they can do.
I honestly thought that you had a lot more experience just because you carried yourself with a good deal of confidence, and you were so comfortable with role playing.
Aw, thanks. I role play way too much in my life. That's probably where it comes from.
It's called lying. Yeah.
It's called lying on the phone. Hi, how are you? I'm so happy to help you. And I've got this big frown on my face. I'm really not happy to be here,
Yeah. That's kind of like the service industry, except you have to smile. You have to fake it.
Bartending, but they can see you when you're bartending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, I used to be in sales, so like I was always face to face having to be calm in some form or fashion, because in my last job, I was the expert in the room, and if something fucked up, or went really, really south, as in like the surgery that we were doing was about to be aborted because the patient was dying, then, I had to be along with the surgeon, the most clear-headed in the room, to be like, okay, do this, this, and this, go through your normal process,
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny the jobs that make you better at, or just more natural at D&D,
True.
Like, I bet
that's true.
we could like, have a corporate night where instead of, we're bringing in poker tables, we're bringing D&D tables, and the sales department's just like crushing it on the improv. Yeah. They're all playing bards.
Especially like the lying bit to get people, like if you did it almost like Cult Clue fashion, where nobody really knew who was like really the good guys, but you're all together trying to figure out something going on. I like that idea.
I'm always down for anything Clue reminiscent.
I like Clue.
Murder mystery, anything like that, I'm down for.
Yeah.
Meg is a fanatic for mystery thriller things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who isn't? That's fun stuff.
I will say, with Alex as our DM, there have been moments like when we were doing my character's backstory, he was like, scale 1 to 10, and I was like, 10 being what and 1 being what? Like,
yeah, what's the scale?
What are we doing this on? And he was like, 10 being, the worst, nightmarish, darkest, most disgusting, terrible thing you have ever imagined, and 1 being the most beautiful rainbows and fluffy clouds and butterflies. And I was like, trying to think, where would I land?
Did you say 10? Because that's where I would have put your
No, here's
story.
The sad thing. I said like 7. And
7?
That's what he did for the storyline.
Woo! I do not want to know what 10 was going to be. Get damn.
I had dead parents coming back as a corpse monster with the goddess my character worshipped, like completely reversed in what she was doing with life. I'm like, dude.
Like, there's some serious body horror going on, like makes the thing look like child's play.
Oh,
I was like,
people like in half comatose dead states as we're trying to get through and navigate out of this place. Yeah,
it was kind of like Silent Hill,
Little bit. Except the fog. It was just bugs instead of fog. It was you killed something and bugs were everywhere.
I forgot about the bugs.
The bugs were really annoying.
I actually tried to forget about the bugs.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Just
I can't. I have to remember what she turned into, from being this beautiful goddess of life to life is now bugs and only bugs. Because it's millions of lives.
It's still life.
You're not wrong, but it's the bad part of life that a lot of people don't want to talk about.
And I mean,
the people that love bugs, because there are people out there that really do love bugs.
that's true. Maybe a little too much.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
your goddess now, for some reason. Yeah.
I did like the fact that when we were in Titania's prison, Titania was even like, I don't really know if we should bring that crazy goddess over here to help out with life. I was like, that's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
I didn't realize that that's what we were suggesting.
I mean, okay, she just kept telling me she needed more life, and I was like, I know someone who could do that.
I've heard somebody.
I've heard this mentioned of this other person that I encountered once that you could probably call for a favor.
She's all about life.
How is
It's
she going to
combined forces.
survive, though, even now? I do wonder about that for Titania.
Your goddess?
No, my goddess will be fine. I ain't worried about her. She cray.
Yeah, she sent me to find and bring back life for her.
Well, I guess we gotta start capturing people and sending them to die and
Oh, you know
Titania's
what you
prison?
should do? Based on the fact that in the astral plane we seem to be being worshipped, you should just
Oh, yeah.
take anybody that like prayers you hear and they're like, oh, you want to leave? Okay, I'm taking you and dropping you in there.
I just
From the
create
plane.
a cult. We get back to the mortal realm. I create a cult to Titania and just promise them if they go through this gate, they'll have, happiness with their goddess.
For all eternity.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
what is left of their lives.
I mean, some people call that religion.
I mean, we want to
Yes,
get
I-
into that.
There we go.
See,
Be the
Sarah's
next-
down.
Oh,
Hare Krishna
Yeah.
in the airport. Like,
maybe we only do death row inmates or something.
Oh, no. That I wouldn't want to put that. I mean, I'd rather they suffer and go to soon than go to Titania's world where you constantly feel like you're on a
Yeah.
high.
That's true, but I mean, they die though, don't they? Or do they just get really high?
I'm pretty sure they die. I think they just get.
But we were
slowly
gonna die if we stayed there.
consumed. Yeah.
No, that was the vibe I was getting 100% that we were going to die.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, if
this
it's just
is
100% party
there.
all the time, Ildren probably just would have stayed.
Until you realized how fatigued you were getting by partying. 'Cause
Yeah, it
remember,
would've
that was the whole point, is she was zapping all of our energy out of us.
Oh yeah, yeah. If that wasn't a thing, then Ildren wouldn't have left.
True. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I gotta find my mouse.
I was like,
Mm,
you're
it's around.
welcome for not just abandoning you guys there.
Thank you again for that. We do care and love you very much, and we do want to help you provide. What's the right word, Ildren, when it comes to sacrificing?
Would provide life force,
Life
blood.
energy.
I don't know.
Whatever your goddess needs.
Yeah. Did she come up with any certain labels we need to watch out for, like only virgin sacrifices, or
Don't
No.
go there.
you got to be a certain height to apply, kind of thing.
Wasn't that strict? She talking about y'all and like us. It was we could sustain her for now, but wouldn't be enough, kind of thing.
Okay.
hmm
So she said something specific about needing like divine energy or something.
Okay. Well, you know what would have been interesting is if you guys remember when we were in Solace's prison, not in his prison, but in his chamber of riches, right? And he had those glass orbs of trap gods that were in a time-locked orb, basically. I'm getting Doctor Who-y in that because like Doctor Who had time-locked pictures and stuff, but they were time-locked in there. And what if you were able to like bring that, but let it be enough to where the person could escape, but all the energy needed could revitalize her realm?
I thought we destroyed those.
Oh, I just was thinking about if there was one still floating around somewhere.
Yeah, I mean that would be kind of an ideal fix, but I think we destroyed those.
Oh yeah, I mean I broke the crap out of them. I mean it was just and just smashed the shit out of it.
You smashed a lot of things.
I was a giant gorilla at the time. Do not judge me and my gorillaness as I took my fist and pounded everything around like Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong's video game. At least I wasn't
I mean-
throwing barrels at everything. I was actually like physically smashing with my fist.
That is so offensive. No gorilla has ever thrown a barrel. That's just because of video games.
That is so not true. And
Really?
you actually know that.
About this?
I bet if a gorilla a barrel it would throw.
I mean, probably odds are at least one gorilla in the whole world has thrown a barrel.
I'm pretty
Yeah, I'll
sure
give you
we've
that.
given them like plastic barrels to play with in like zoos and enclosures that I've been in, and they chunk them at each other.
Okay, that's a good point. There's
Let
probably a
alone,
barrel
like-
in one of those zoos.
I think I saw a gorilla one time, like an animal was attacking it, got it up and whipped it around and chunked it away from it. So, you know, I am not Sauna Smash. Sauna doesn't want to smash anymore.
Sauna
It's just
Sauna
instinct.
smashes though,
I do.
but she doesn't smash. But she smashes. But she, you know,
There's a lot of connotation in the way you just said that.
has Sauna smashed? Could we sacrifice Sauna to?
Does Sauna Smash,
Titania's
has
prison.
Sauna Smash, should Sauna Smash, will Sauna Smash?
We weren't ever told that there was a virgin requirement. I'm pretty sure we could sacrifice anybody.
Right. I'm just stuck on that version thing.
You know, it's all that's in your own head. The brain of Ildren is just like,
I mean, that's how we sacrifice people back home. You know. You know, right? Okay. I guess I'm alone on that one.
That says worse things about like you.
that says worse things about his goddess that he worships as well.
No, because after you get sacrificed, your soul goes on and dances forever and has all the sex it wants.
How do
So
you know?
it's like a reward.
How do you know?
The sacred texts.
Mm-hmm. How do you know?
I mean, faith, baby.
We lived in our goddess's realm, and we knew when we died, we would just
I
go
lived in
back
my
into
goddess's
the
realm.
earth
She's just
and
not
get
there
reborn years later. But there was never a dancing eternally. That was like that was it. That was the realm. That was where you were.
well. To be fair, my goddess is locked up right now, so I don't really know what she's. It probably wouldn't happen to me really if
That's fair.
I died. So really, that's a good reason for me not to die. Because
Okay,
I might
well,
just
yes,
go to your
Hood is
place, which
right.
sucks.
in ancient civilizations, you had to be a virgin to be sacrificed in certain situations. But also, if you think about Aztec and the documents we have from the Aztec, they would sacrifice warriors from other tribes and like carve their hearts out. So, and I'm pretty sure
Sure.
those men weren't virgins.
I just love the use of documents because I imagine there was a file cabinet and like ancient
The file cabinet. I'm gonna open my book and
to
flip through the
whatever I
pages.
can pronounce the name.
It's right here.
It's right next to
Aztec.
the preserved heart. Gosh.
It's right next
It's
to
a
the golden
W4.
dagger with the image of a serpent wrapped around the the hilt of the dagger,
It's all made of snake bone.
and the mask of many feathers and wood carving that was worn by the priest that sacrificed the warrior.
And
I
you
don't
say you
even know.
can't DM. This is gold. You're good.
Oh man.
Do a jungle adventure through, South American Aztec times.
You know, it's funny. I heard a comedian say a joke about the Aztec Mayan ruins. And he said, everybody always wonders how the F they did the pyramids, right? Everybody's like, oh, it was aliens. There's no way humans could do that. But, Mexico's full of freaking pyramids. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, the Mexicans would freaking do it. Who cares? Like, they don't ever question the fact that the Mexicans built pyramids. But they'll always question the Egyptians building pyramids. I'm always like when he said that, I was like, oh, that's why we get the stereotypes all the time, right there.
But the Egyptian pyramids are like, smooth, whereas the
Aztec pyramids
Mayan
are perfectly
pyramids are
formed. Have you
just-
ever seen them?
I mean, I've seen
Pictures.
Yes, I've never been
They're
to them, but
super tall and like perfectly structured. And they're hollow, more hollow than the Egyptian periods because people were able to like walk inside of them, not just walk up them.
I thought you could do that with the Egyptian pyramids too. Or
Those
was
were
that just
sealed graves. No.
Right, but I mean, like, after you break them
After
open,
you've
you can
killed
walk
everybody,
through them.
and then you walk back out and seal it with a giant stone, right?
Yeah. You know, like the English did. Like 500 times in a row.
Raiding everything out of them.
I'm just saying it's like physically possible to walk into the pyramids after you bust the door open.
I mean, I don't know if certain people would, you know, I probably wouldn't fit through that door because it looks really small when I saw a picture of it.
Yeah, I don't imagine they'd build the doors very large to a tomb.
Because it has to be like perfectly sized to be closed off
Uh-huh.
for ancient times.
It's more of a just
No.
a wall, bricks.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I still
anything's
think
a
it's
anything's a
impressive
door with enough effort.
with enough effort.
Yeah.
So
Break it open.
Ildren, we were in this place called La that we've arrived at.
Yes. Oh
And-
no, I remember, you know, fighting the crazy coat goblins.
Yeah, we
Whatever
haven't
the hell.
encountered any more of them, but Yusara can tell you a little bit because she's shapeshifted or mask of many faces, or what is it called, Yusara?
Mask of many faces.
Oh, I got it right. I got it right. I always forget
Hey.
it.
I blended in to look like one of the people around, so because everyone was staring at us.
Everyone's still staring at me.
Morphed to look like one of the people around, and so now they're just staring at Sana.
I'm still wearing my armor.
with her shield and her sword and everything.
Yeah.
I'm
And
full
this
chain.
is the
yeah.
city of law, so I'm assuming you stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, nobody's wearing anything as close to mine, and this guy held up this weird thing and a flashlight in my face, and then they all crowded around me and did another flash of light with the device being held towards me, and
They decided, from what we could tell, that she was practicing something called method acting.
which, I mean, acting, it sounded like a play, but I tried to tell them I wasn't in some type of theatrical troupe, but they didn't seem to understand and ended up wandering away after they got whatever they were looking for.
Interesting.
So, oh, and they have this really amazing, delicious thing called coffee. Like,
No, that
it's
that
phenomenal.
sounds disgusting.
Oh, you're gonna love it. Yusara hates it, but I love it.
I mean, does it give us any bonuses if we drink it? Just like some kind of potion?
You shake a lot.
Yeah.
Your hands are a little shaky.
And,
You feel
Sana,
faster and just like ready to go.
Sana chugged like 2 cups. I think she was hasted for like 1 turn.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get some more of this coffee.
I think you're gonna like it. It's pretty nice.
It
It's
was
a bit
free
bitter.
What was that you saw?
It was free at the inn we stayed at.
Yeah.
Oh, they have inns in law?
Yeah. We
Nice.
stayed the night at one. Though this guy knocked on the door after, like, because we took turns, you know, because it's a new place. This guy tried to knock on the door and offer me something, and I didn't tell you this, Yosara, but you know, I kind of threatened to stab him if he tried to come any closer into the doorway.
Oh yeah,
He was
no, that's
sleeping.
good. You know, you don't know what nighttime callers you're really gonna be offering. You know, that sounds like a dirty Fey trick. You know, never
Yeah.
invite anybody in after dark.
No, but I didn't want him to keep talking near the door and banging on it, so I made sure they knew to get away and sealed it back up till we woke up in the morning. We're ready to leave.
Well,
You've wandered
so-
off somewhere, Eldrin. We really don't know where you are, by the way.
oh, you know, I'm just enjoying the sights. There's a lot to see in this new place. I got carried away with the crowds. Found this this pub, but they only sold bright pink and green concoctions and weird shaped glasses. I stayed there for probably, I don't know, how long has it been? A few hours.
Well,
We went a night. We're awake the next day now.
yeah, we should be awake when we get started.
Well, damn.
But
I'm probably waking up in the streets then.
we
I have
gave
no
them-
gold. I have no way to pay for anything.
Well, we have gold aplenty, but it seems to be super expensive for anything, and bargaining was really important for us to even get the room we had.
Oh yeah, this room is not. It was not super great, but She charged us 50 gold.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Jesus.
But I mean, we needed
That's-
rest, and it was more secure than trying to continue wandering at the time. So we felt it was necessary, in my
That's,
opinion.
That's a lot of gold for one night.
I know. I mean, it didn't break
I
my
mean-
bank or anything, but still. I don't even know if I actually subtracted it or not.
I'm assuming you guys got some more services for that much.
Breakfast.
Breakfast?
Yeah.
Continental?
Yeah. That's what she said. How did you know? Oh, man. It was great.
Yeah, my pockets are full of cereal now.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
commandeered these boxes of cereal, and I don't know. They seem to have given her this weird sugar rush thing with how sweet they were. It was like not tart, but just like straight sugar. I don't understand how these people can eat that all the time.
So you guys just basically spent the afternoon getting high on sugar and caffeine.
We're in the morning right now. We're high on sugar and caffeine, trying to figure out where you are. Probably passed out somewhere in the middle of a.
I'm passed out in the gutter right outside. You just come outside for some fresh air, and there I am.
We ended the session like waking up the next morning. Okay, we have to find Ildren now.
And then I just walk in. Ugh.
That would
Vomit.
work. If only we could get the map we were looking at and playing on. Pretty intricate, not gonna lie. Oh! Speaking of intricate and interesting, Yosara is able to change the lights on this weird, like, giant path where all these weird carriages go. At least that's what we inferred.
North of where we are, there's this large path, and there are these metallic carriages that go by really fast. They make a lot of noise. And we found these lampposts that had a button, and if you hit the button, then the light color changes and the carriages stop or go.
It's really weird.
You can change those lights.
Well, I mean,
You know,
every
like-
time she hit it, yeah.
Make like a show, like get some bards together. Because if it's a high traffic area,
push
making a
it,
performance
so
there,
I
we might
have
be able to make some money.
Yeah, I did tell you not to push it, and you tried anyways and made everything stop and then go, and it was really weird.
That's a good thing. I figured out a thing.
Yeah, and then we wandered into this area that looks really beautiful, and it had all this greenery, and it was somebody's, I don't know,
We-
maybe space is a good word
We
for
found
it.
the only nature we could, but it was being guarded by, from what we can tell,
Gold?
pretty much all of the guards in the area are fairly corrupt.
Oh yeah,
Being guarded by like a guard from the city, and he told us to not touch it.
he said it was some person's space. Like,
Yeah, it belonged to someone,
Somebody
but
own a space.
he told us whose it was. Like we were supposed to know who the person was.
yeah,
and
like they were
last-
important or something.
Well, I don't like this place at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Everyone seems to be rude and they smell.
There is quite an odor in certain areas, but we did find the dock, and Yosara picked up the water from it this morning. And what did it do? I think it actually I'm trying to
How'd it
remember.
taste?
We didn't taste it. It like
Wait,
was
you
acidy.
found what?
God.
If I remember right. What was it, Yosara?
What did we find?
We went over to the docks where we smelled all those weird like running fish smell, you know, when you do like
Oh yeah, and I wanted to see if the water was bad. There was a weird coating on the top of it. It's not drinkable.
How do they live here?
I don't really know. The coffee's good though. But that
I mean,
doesn't like
looks like
amount
water.
for all the atrocities that we seem to be finding every day. Ildren's left again. He wandered off, drunkenly stumbling through a door. Alright, that's fine. But I look forward to us getting a new member and keep going on the campaign. What is
Oh, yeah.
that?
Don't worry about it. I got Chinese food. Sorry.
We are not
thought
in
you-
Detroit, Hood. Dang it.
Ah, wait. Where do you think Chinese food comes from?
What? No, he's the description we're giving, he says it sounds like we're in Detroit, not LA or a law.
Yeah, what's LA?
It's called law. At least that's what I've inferred.
Well, so either me or Egg probably are going to be running a one-shot to test out new people. Do we have any ideas? What do we want it to be a theme of anything? What do we want to make our new potential teammates do?
That's interesting. I wonder what we could. Definitely kind of a team working exercise of some kind, where we have to work together to accomplish something. And
Prison Break?
Why a prison break?
Because that's the best way to force people together in a terrible situation. You gotta break out together.
Are you talking in like normal reality? Or like...
I'm talking about any reality. Having to escape a place because, you know, if you don't, you'll be there forever. That's just the best way to build friendship. That's just real loyalty right there. At least until you get out, in which case you never see each other again.
Are we gonna use our current characters, Yosara?
That's why it's a good one-shot.
I mean, we could use our current characters, but just whatever happens is like only contained in the one-shot universe.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah,
I'd be fine with that.
like a beach episode.
Has to end in the 3 hours we normally stream, right? 3 or 4 hours we normally stream. Like that's, it has to have a conclusion in some way.
We definitely could not do the insane asylum I just ran.
You did
I thought that could be something. I ran a adventure the other last few weeks for you. Sorry, I thought it was gonna take like one session if we did it fast enough. Ended up taking like 4. Yeah.
Wait, that's the one you told me about, Yosara. The one with the 4 sessions.
4 seconds.
Well,
There's a lot to do. I did not accurately predict how long that was going to take at all.
Okay, we had a bit of a boss fight towards the end of this, or the entire last session, by the way, was just this fight. The session before we rolled initiative, and then we're like, okay, next session, and then so we started this last session at about 6:45, 7 p.m. With having just rolled initiative, starting a fight. We ended the fight at midnight.
Yeah, that was one of the longest boss fights I ever ran.
We were fighting 22 things.
We didn't really start at 7 though. We started at like 7:30.
okay.
No, we got to your house at 6. We started at 7.
Oh shit, you're right. Man, yeah. Well, I mean, also there's a lot of new people who aren't, you know, super familiar with their turns. I wasn't really trying to push.
Okay, so then we'll probably know from our DM Alex like the level of this person. So it could be anywhere from being like a novice to like pretty experienced. I'm sure he's looking for something that's like medium experience to high experience in D&D. I got lucky because I came with other skills.
You do those things well.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't think it's fun to bring in players that aren't super, like, don't have a ton of experience playing, like, know the basics or whatever, but it is fun to bring in new people.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But what are you going to do to them?
Prison Break's a good idea.
Do some kind of heist or something? Or, well, I kind of... I feel like it depends on the person, you know? Like...
I mean, I think you should have a couple of different scenarios on, like, are you going to go, like, a full puzzle route? Or are you going to go for, like, a mystery route? Or are you going to go, save the town, save the princess, destroy the big bad that was terrorizing, you know, prison break out to do what?
I feel like keeping the story pretty basic, like, even the fallback, like, you meet in a tavern, the town asks you to go defeat this monster. But have there be puzzles along the way, have there be things like that, so you have to see how they work together with everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot to have to, figure out how people problem solve together. Like, there's a river and you don't have a boat.
What do you do?
How do you get across?
That is one of my favorite sessions I've ever run. I was running Frostmart,
Yeah.
Rhyme with Frost Maiden for Egg and our old group that used to play.
Yeah.
And the majority of the session got taken up with they got to this partially frozen river and they had to get across. It turned into like a 2-hour skill check thing.
Where have we done that where we had like constant skill checks? Not where we were going through exhaustion, but it was something else we did. I swear that we had.
It was the wind one.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we had to like jump between the platforms while the wind was blowing and there was a wall of spikes.
And the
that
other
you
one
almost
was
died on.
when he made us do the boat race, and then you weren't here, Ildren or Egg for the wall campaign, because that was my first time really doing something like pretty complex to try and like maneuver.
The wall? Awesome.
The wall was freaking phenomenal. I would love
I've
to do
heard
another
stories
wall.
about the wall.
The wall was great.
That's like all Yosara would talk about for like a week.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun. I was the woman on the wall, man. Sana was the first person on the wall. She wasn't letting any of her people die either. All my team survived. All my team.
Was that like that was like a combo combat with like skill challenge thing, right?
Yeah, we were running siege teams, so you commanded a group of 5, but you also had to get close up enough to take out people and then get on the wall and then start fighting hand to hand.
You were in a field that had different areas that could light up, and they had giant ballisters on the walls that would shoot and it would have like sparks of light flying out, and so you would be in one spot and they'd shoot in your general direction where they saw your movement in the night or early morning, and it could light up your whole group. And then if they had multiple aimed at you, they could fire again and completely. There was one guy. Who was it? Yosara, was it on your team? There was one guy that was like, he wasn't a part of the main team of characters that we had made as NPCs, but he was the other 2 extra people to carry the ladder. And like, I remember it was like, Yosara was there and like, it missed everybody and she rolled the same number. No, it was me that got Yahtzee. I rolled the same number and it hit the same person on my team. It wasn't anybody of value. And so Alex imitated it. He was like, and you hear a thunk, 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 and then you see the guy go, I'm fine. And then it hits his head and he's like gone because he got hit by 3 arrows out of everybody on the whole team. He wasn't one of my NPCs that I'd named, but he was just one of the randos I had, and he just.
I mean, yeah, he was never gonna get a name after that point.
No, he wouldn't. They were the backup people that were included to help us be more efficient and faster. But I remember that scene because, like, somebody said, "Good luck, get Yahtzee, so nobody else on your team dies." And I didn't get it at first. I remember like looking at everybody, was like, "What are you guys? What? This is bad, right?" I rolled the same 3 dice in a row. It was pretty fun.
That would be pretty cool, kind of like a war fair campaign. Or like a
the first half,
defense against the waves of monsters or something.
Yeah.
the first part of this, before you joined in, was there were a lot of tactics. We had a siege. We had the siege with the wall. We had to command like platoons in like a full out battle.
That was fun. I liked that.
It'd be cool. It would be cool to do like a just like tower defense setup as a one shot. Like, okay, you have a tower, you have this stuff at your disposal, you have to stop X number of waves.
I like that.
You know, if we wanted to be mean, we could do a one shot where it's a battle royale where we all fight to the death.
We'll go back to the Warriors Playground.
Yeah, where we all get resurrected the next day.
Yeah, exactly. Except for whoever dies first.
The person we're trying out has to last through fighting all of us, and then they can be on the team.
Yes.
They have to kill all of us. Otherwise, they can't join.
And because it's the Warriors Playground, each time they kill one of us, it counts. But if the other two like kill him, they have to be revived the next night and fight the other two until they actually kill all three of us.
Everyone comes back. They just have to kill each of us at least once.
Yeah.
But I come back stronger every time.
No, it's not how it works.
But I come back and I'm bigger.
He dances even more on the battlefield. Watches Ildren's beautiful dance goes across it with the swords of flame flying around him.
Sword of flame.
Is that AJR song where the violin just gets faster and faster and faster?
No, it's just Sandstorm.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good choice.
I feel like it's a good, sword swinging song, right?
There's a couple of different good sword swinging songs out there.
I gotta make some custom wizard cantrip that makes my sword glow so that it can be a giant glow stick. Holy shit. Why haven't I thought of this yet?
Well,
I think you can just cast light on it.
you could cast light, or you could literally, if you had a I can't ever say it.
Yeah.
Thaumaturge, you can make yourself like glow in a certain way, like have an area of light behind you.
The light cantrip can be focused on your weapon. That's literally
Yeah,
what
but
you're
that's just like light. I want, like Technicolor light. I want it to be like rainbow, like.
So dancing lights, but you attach them to your sword.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it, like,
Another
changes color based on
Oh, my camera's
how
already
fast I'm
open.
swinging it and the mood of the song.
Our DM doesn't believe we're all here waiting for him to arrive.
I mean, we have video evidence.
We have video proof! We all made it today!
This shit is passable in court.
You're here with us, YouTube. You can tell them we've been here the whole
Right.
time, right? Or have you just been talking to yourself?
Our viewers are here to tell and will vouch for us when our DM arrives soon. Because apparently, when he said 7, he meant mountain time and forgot to remind all the central people that. And so, Sana's like, everybody get online now! We're going live! We're gonna talk for an hour without our DM. See what happens. Let's talk shit about Alex, then he's not here.
You know what? We've had a lovely time. We don't need you, Alex. We're just gonna,
We're start
DM
role-playing
between-
ourselves. It'll be
Yeah.
fine. We all have
Sorry.
dice somewhere, I'm sure
I
we can just
find
roll.
500 gold.
It's gonna be real boring for YouTube, but this entire campaign is now theater of the mind. It's just us sitting here talking.
No maps. No tokens.
Live
No plot.
reactions always.
Only use the online thing to roll dice so everyone can see it.
Mm-hmm. We'll just roll dice for persuasion checks back and forth and arguments.
Really? The DM just said, get off your phone. Just here text message while we're on stream. She's just killing me.
What are you, a teacher, Alex? Jesus.
So mean.
Everybody shit talk Alex before he shows up.
Yeah. So my favorite thing about Alex is that when he did Bahatman, he literally would like try and do the Batman voice and like go really deep and crackly on his voice, but it looked like it hurt him every time he tried to do that.
Constipation voice.
Yeah.
I am justice.
Yeah, that voice. Honestly, though, the maps and Fantasy Ground are really what I think makes a lot of this feel so, like, immersive at times. I mean, you guys are great at role playing. I mean, that's one of the best things about it. But the fact that we have those maps and images of our characters on screen that can help us really get into it is something that I think makes it more enjoyable than doing it any other way. Even though in person would be fun, don't get me wrong, in person with all the little structures and all the little things would be great.
Yeah, I don't, even when I first started, I never really liked doing it just theater of the mind. I always liked having at least some kind of prop or map or something.
It just helps, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean,
making
sometimes...
our viewers hungry, Egg.
Sorry. I'm not that sorry.
We're not
This
doing a
is not a
mukbang. Yeah, this is not a mukbang. They're not doing that. Don't crunch right into your mic. No, I don't have anything!
This is ASMR and mukbang now. Everybody watch Egg eat crab rangoon really loudly.
I mean, he crunched right in the mic on that one. He just ate.
That's what you get.
Super professional.
Best.
knowledge
You
thing.
asked for it. I give what the viewers what they want.
Oh, no. No. You know, you did miss out on it being quite fun that all of us ended up drinking alcohol last stream. And like regularly refilling our glasses. I opened a bottle of wine and it just was like, I'm drinking.
First off, Sana's saying this like that's not what we do every stream.
I
Second-
don't.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm drinking beer like throughout every stream. I don't know if you've noticed yet or not, but
You hide it quite well because this is the first time I've
You
actually
hide?
seen you. Yes.
I feel like I'm doing this every like 5 seconds.
It's hard to tell that that's a beer because again, it could be a can of soda, a can
Well, I
of
usually have a
anything.
glass one, but
Yeah.
Tony left some
I
Hefeweizen here.
always know you're drinking something. I never know though if it's juice or alcohol over there, Yosara. I assume it's alcohol because Alex is the same thing.
Today it's wine, but I have a fancy ass glass that was a thank you for working here present from the old hotel I worked at.
Nice. I have some goblets in storage that I've been wanting to get out that are like beautiful red goblets made out of glass that are just so much fun to drink out of. I just haven't gotten them yet.
I just have beer cans and bottles.
Well, yeah, this is the bonus of
Frat
you
boy.
hosting sessions at your house now,
Boo!
because people are just gonna start leaving beer at your house.
Right? That's
And
true.
frat boys don't have a patent on beer cans, okay? That's just an American thing.
I know, that's why I said that. You're American.
American!
You're American. Deal with it. Blue crab rangoon. Sounds really good. I like
Blue
crab.
crab. Hmm.
I like
Oh.
crab meat.
This is just normal.
This music is actually kind of nice. I'm surprised at how like
It's like
I've been.
weird music.
So it's medieval instrumental covers of super popular songs.
Sana asked what music we should have for Law today, and I told her to put on medieval covers of pop songs. Because it's one of my new favorite genres.
Yeah, that and sea shanties.
I will always love sea shanties.
Do we want a sea shanty next? I'll find us a good sea shanty.
Get
I know.
one so Yosara can sing along to it.
I did a burlesque dance to one called Twiddles by Misbehaving Maidens,
Nice.
where I chug a beer in part of the dance.
Oh gosh. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's
You
just
say that. It got a lot of really good crowd response.
Apparently we have a request too. Chat's like, do a sea shanty, or they like sea shanties.
Oh, there we go.
The first time I performed at burlesque, it was supposed to be to Twiddles, and it was St. Patrick's Day at the bar Egg, and I'm trying to work out right now. And the band got too drunk and forgot the song, so I told them to just play whatever sea shanty they knew. And they were like, well, I don't know one. And so I yelled Wellerman at them, and they started playing Wellerman. So I did a burlesque dance to Wellerman.
Oh, nice.
Chugging
that
a
was
beer is
probably
good doing a dance, but what if you did the what do you call it? Whenever you do the salt and the lime in the eye and the
Oh, a
The
stuntman
lime
shot?
and the coconut
tequila.
and the bowl.
suicides?
It's a stuntman shot.
Stuntman
what
shot.
it's
That's what
called?
it is.
So you have a
It has like a
shot
lot of names.
tequila, but rather than like how you like the salt, do the shot, bite the lime or whatever, you snort the salt, you do the shot, and you squeeze the lime in your eye.
This became very popular around
year
our
ago.
neighborhood. Yeah. Mainly because of I Blame Yosara.
That was
Let's be
only
real.
partially my fault. That started. That
Partially
started-
as in 75% at least.
I have to defend myself. That started with my
Uh-huh.
partner because when I was still doing burlesque at a different venue, and I wasn't actually with my partner yet. The
Blame it
bar
all.
that posted a picture of like if we get this number of people here by midnight, and it was a Wednesday, then my partner will do a stuntman shot live on on a Facebook Live, or like they'll video it and put it on their Facebook. So I got a bunch of people from the burlesque show to go to the bar before midnight, and he was pissed that it counted, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll do one with you. And so we have a video of me doing one with him, and he's like spitting into a trash can, and I'm just standing there and I wink at the camera and smile, and it terrified so many people.
Yeah. No, there was like a reputation for Yosara around town after that. She was like, my god. Like, there's something wrong with her. Obviously. She's able to do that and, like, not even, like, blink at it. So then everybody started doing them around, you know, the bars for, like, a week straight. Then it was my turn.
They could, and everyone was, like, throwing up or, like, gagging into a trash can.
Because it's an awful experience.
Again. So a friend of ours who I used to bartend with challenged me again, and he made them open the bar up at like 11 a.m. on a weekday when they're normally closed.
Nice.
And I came in with him and did that, and he again was like leaning over a trash can, and I did the stuntman shot, and then I just sat back down, picked up my phone, and a friend of ours that worked at the bar, Justin, just sort of looked at me and he was like, "Wow, you're not reacting." And I just sort of looked at him, I was like, "No," and he's like, "That's terrifying."
I don't understand.
Yeah, I did it once. I'll never do it
reacting.
again.
Why is it so bad?
The
Have you ever snorted salt before?
Oh, is that what you do? I didn't know that. I'm trying to understand it.
Sana, you know, a normal like a dressed tequila shot has salt on the rim and a lime.
Yes.
And the idea behind that is you like lick the salt, you do the shot, and you bite the lime.
Right.
A stuntman shot, you snort the salt, do the shot, and squeeze the lime in your eye.
Oh, okay. No wonder that's scary that you didn't react. I get that. But like, does it not hurt you?
It hurt, but it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't something you would throw up on for it. Honestly, I think it would just hurt and I'd curse a lot. I wouldn't throw up because of it.
I was just like quietly crying because my eyes were watering.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst part for me was definitely salt. The lime in your eye is just difficult because you're trying to get it in there. But when I did mine out of order. I forget which thing I did.
Very confused video of Egg doing this.
Yeah, I did something out of order.
Oh,
I did all three. Yeah, no, but I was in bad shape. I didn't throw up or anything, but I was crying for a good like half hour to an hour, and yeah, looked like someone just ran over my dog for a while, but I couldn't really quite breathe. Say what?
I said this is a good song. Thank you, chat.
Oh, the Rattling Bog? God damn, this song. This song I'll never be able to handle this song after working in an Irish pub.
In the hole, in the hole, in the bog, in the valley, not in the valley, oh. Oh, the rattling bog, we're down in the valley, oh. I like it. There's actually...
I'll give it another few verses. It gets faster and faster and faster until it's just...
No, I know.
So, probably 3 years ago, there was a video that got really, really popular on YouTube of, like, the end of an Irish wedding where the bride...
They were sitting there doing it, and they just kept getting faster.
So my roommate and I at the time saw that video and decided that we wanted to learn that song because our other roommate was getting married soon, so we would sit in our kitchen and practice this.
You serious?
You just spent 4 hours doing Rattling Bog over and over and over again?
Good Lord.
Yeah, over the course of about a month until we could just, like,
Rattling
do it.
Not enough money in the world.
So, okay, you worked at an Irish pub, and how often did the song get played?
I mean, it was like on one of our playlists, but people would like to play it whenever we had bands on or anything. People would request it or something like that. And then, you know, there was one girl that I hired for music, and she'd come by, you know, like once a week and play. And then she, you know, one day I was just like, I brought it up, you know, like, oh yeah, because she was looking for a request. I was like, as a joke, I was like, I should play Rattling Bog, and she was like, you like that song? I'll play it for you every time you come in. So now it was like, just a few months straight of listening to her play that one, as
Yeah.
soon as I would walk in every time. But
That's great.
it's a good song, but it's just, my God.
It's long.
You think you're gonna have a heart attack by the end of it.
Okay, Hood said it was the bridesmaids that were doing it. I thought the bride was there too, though, in the video. Dropkick Murphys was played a lot. What is Dropkick Murphys?
It's an Irish band from Boston, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that song of theirs.
They have a few really popular ones. They're basically like, in every movie that has to do with any sort of Irish anything,
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
especially if it's made in America.
Right?
Like, I think The Departed, any
Yeah.
movie in Boston is gonna have like 9
Oh, gosh.
Dropkick Murphys songs
Somewhere
worked
in
into
there.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get why it took you a long time to learn the song.
Well, yeah, because you have to get the
I can't believe
order.
you learned it. My God.
Yeah. If you don't have the order right in your head, then you're not going to be able to sing it right.
I feel like I
So
memorized.
this is the original version. Like, this isn't original, but this is like the true version. But when I was little, I used to have a set of cassette tapes. They were like Disney and like children's songs. And there was a song that was a Disney one that had Goofy singing. And he's got a hole in his bucket. And then there's another one that was a knockoff version of this. Frog in the log in the hole and a hole in the ball in the valley.
Holy shit, I might have listened to that same tape. I was like, the Goofy hole in a bucket thing was
Yeah.
like, that's just hit a chord for some reason.
There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza.
There's a hole in my bucket.
Dear Liza, dear Liza. Oh yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Maybe we gotta have a cartoon one shot. We all play cartoon characters.
You know
that
what
have
we
to...
should do one time? We should all create our characters in a VR setting and then like have our cameras like only show our little VR characters. Like in a little animated background and then we're all just like I come up with the
We have
best
to be much
ideas.
more expressive with our arms.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Because our faces won't move
What?
as much, so we've got to like really
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get on the like train of being overly expressive.
Yeah. You have to like really express yourself because like your character just doesn't move as much. There's some that are really
You just-
good, but they're expensive.
I'm sure there's like an Andy Circus TED Talk we can watch that'll, help us out.
Probably. I'm sure there is. Well, our DM is instructed me that he's supposed to be here now. Liar. He's late.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Andy Circus
Theodore.
talk is just Andy Circus's portion of the extra materials from the Lord of the Rings box set.
Probably.
He just talks about all of the motion capture, everything.
You know, as far as like the Lord of the Rings goes, it was really well done. I really liked it. And like you look at like the next one they did that was a Lord of the Rings style like movie, The Hobbits. I don't like it.
Oh, this is a hotly debated topic between me and Nosara. She likes them, I don't.
Yeah,
No,
this
like
is
I like them as movies.
have.
What was that?
It's basically the closest thing to a fight Egg and I ever have.
Oh,
Yeah.
we gotta get into this now because I liked all of the movies, but I feel like the original Lord of the Rings trilogy was better filmed. Cinematically.
I will say, I did not originally like the Hobbit movies. It took a while for me to come around to enjoying them.
I
Because,
gotcha.
like, the original Lord of the Rings trilogy was filmed to look almost like a history. It was filmed to look very realistic. The Hobbit was filmed as it was written as a kid's book. It was filmed to be kind of kids-like. It was a weird film style, but it was also one of the ones that was filmed in 3D. So watching it not in 3D is real fucky.
Yeah, but that's the only way though you can watch it now, unless you have a 3D TV, which is kind of disappointing when it comes to people releasing 3D movies in
Yeah.
theaters like they did.
Well, that's part of why it took me a while to get around to enjoying The Hobbit, because I now like we now have a projector with all the 3D stuff and like the glasses
Yeah.
and everything. So watching it in 3D, I'm like, okay, it doesn't look shitty to me anymore.
Like I liked
Yeah,
them. I thought
I've
they
never
did a
been
good
as
job,
into
but it's
3D.
just like compared to the historical chronicle version of the Lord of the Rings, especially like the full extended where they had everything. Like he got to use every old school technique to make that look so real.
Yeah, with like size
And then
difference and yeah.
everything was done blue screen almost 100%. It felt like in the actual Hobbit. Between the characters, where like before they would like have the characters stand on a stool to like, here's a hobbit, here's a grown, human, and then like
Or they'd be like,
the angles,
depth would be
yeah.
different.
They did a lot of forced perspective. They had a lot of body doubles.
I don't know.
They did a
It
lot
still
less
was
of
good.
CG with the.
Yeah, I
Hobbit.
guess the reason I say that is too because like the actor that plays Gandalf literally like broke down one day on set because he was just him and a bunch of blue screens, and like
that's always
that breaks me when I hear an
Yeah.
actor that I valued all of his productions he's done, having to break down like that. I still love him. I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, that's always the thing I look at that I see like get brought up, with the movies is that there's just I think you lose a little bit of the magic whenever it's not that personal, when you can't like have people actually playing off each other,
Yes.
which is just kind of growing pains with the filmmaking,
Oh,
lately. Because we have access to all this new stuff, and it's like, when should we actually use it,
Ooh,
and when should
shoot.
we, just
Where
kind
did
of
I
let
do that?
things play out the way they normally
Yeah.
would.
No,
But
I agree.
I thought the CGI was fine and everything, and I honestly was pretty immersed in those movies. I just found them to be stupid, boring, and way too bloated. Like, I still remember reading that goddamn book, alright, and that was not as bloated as those fucking movies were. That's
yeah.
what the thing that brought me out of the story over and over and over again was just how every 5 minutes I was thinking, the only reason this is happening right now, the only reason this scene is happening right now is some fucking fat butt producer is like, oh, I need this extra scene so that we
They
can
needed
pad this out so we
3
can have 3
movies.
movies.
Yeah. They
And,
didn't have
or
to.
maybe we have a toy that we want to sell, so we got to make this new,
Yeah.
character or monster or something so we can sell these toys.
I
I'm just
do
like,
wish they
that
would've
ruins it for
made
me.
one movie.
Yeah.
Say what?
I wish they would have made one movie.
Yeah.
At
I
most,
mean, I
would've
probably would have liked it
accepted
if that was the
two. At
case.
most, I would have accepted 2 because I did like the fact that they expanded on the battle, which even though it's one chapter in the actual book, is one of the most impactful things.
I mean, It's one of
Yeah,
those
the
epic
most of the
battles.
battle is just Bilbo passed out next to a rock and then wakes up and it's over.
Right, that's the whole.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the story. It's supposed to be truly Bilbo's perspective.
Yeah.
So what are we
But
gonna
I
do
mean-
next week, you guys? To torture new
Mhm.
people.
War of the 5 Armies. Put them in the middle of that.
I like the idea of the siege thing.
That'd be fun.
What if it was like a zombie siege? We're like all in a cabin. We have to fight off
You Call of
waves
Duty
of
much?
zombies.
Evil Dead.
I was thinking more of Left 4 Dead, but any of those
Left 4
really.
Dead, Walking Dead. What are we doing here?
No,
Yeah,
we
just
do an Evil
All I
Dead
had, I
cabin.
don't know why I said. I should have just said, what if
So-
zombie? And then we would have been like, oh yeah.
We're doing
Necromancer.
an Evil Dead cabin. There's a monster in the basement. There's trees that are just trying to fight you. There's
I
other
did just
people
make a
around.
great mushroom monster. I could just give the mushroom monster format to Alex and see what he does with it.
He won't be here. That's what I wanted to tell you guys. He's
Oh,
not
shit,
gonna be
right.
here.
In Italy, I believe. So it's up to us
So it'll
to
be up to us
run a
to
one shot.
finalize
Hmm.
it.
Which hopefully when he pops on here soon, we can figure out who and how to get access to the Fantasy Ground stuff, all of that.
Yeah.
I've seen like campaigns that people have built around like 5th edition where there is no DM. You just kind of like all play together and like it's almost like you turn over cards for the next event and everything.
That's
But
gonna be.
I've never played it, but I've seen things that are like that.
I wouldn't mind it being like a cabin in the woods. Big bad necromancer is out there, or maybe they're in the cabin and waves of zombies and trees and creatures are attacking, and we're trying to figure out where's the actual big bad.
Mm-hmm.
And do we
How do we
actually
turn
try
off
it?
whatever's happening?
Yeah, do we leave the cabin or do we don't? Kind of reminds me of that crappy movie Cabin in the Woods.
That was a great movie. What are you talking about? I love that movie.
I like Cabin in the Woods.
I do.
That
I
was a
just wanted to see
hilarious
your
movie.
reactions. I wanted to see your
Oh.
reactions to it.
How dare you?
Oh, don't be
Oh,
so
man.
offended. Goodness. Goodness gracious.
I knew you were screwing with me.
I was making a face. Of course I was screwing with you. Anytime I make
It's hard
a
to see.
face, I'm
Your face is small on my screen. I have to use my laptop screen for Discord, otherwise my camera's all green.
Oh, that's how you're doing it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
I've
using
been
my old
glad
camera.
you're not green anymore and looking like the
I
Hulk
was like, I
over
can't
there.
do this with Sona anymore.
But
I've been trying to fix this thing. It's not working.
for anybody that's new, for like the longest time, Egg's camera for like over 4 or 5 different sessions was bright
Yeah.
green gray.
Recently for like a month and a half.
Egg, I might have an extra webcam you can try.
I might let me borrow that because I'm thinking I have to trash this one. It has to be a hardware issue. I've tried everything I can think of. And I've tried things that I haven't even thought of.
I have sent a message with Yosara's help to our DM requesting Bahatman's presence and his own presence. And I was given an ETA of 10 minutes, but 10 minutes is most likely 20 minutes,
What?
so I'm not going to hold
What?
my breath on that one.
What is he doing? What's going on? It's,
Y'all don't
in a
know
high
me,
speed
sorry.
pursuit?
He got off the plane in the procession that gets off the plane, as we all know if you've ever been on a flight. And then he got to the car finally, and then the ETA was like 26 minutes, and that was 30 something minutes ago.
Mother of God. Well,
So that mountain time is messing with his brain now that he's home, and he's like slowing down, and energy levels are dropping, and it's been a day, he says.
yeah, how long is he? Where was he flying in from?
I have no idea. Somewhere
Somewhere
probably
far.
from work or for military purposes. I don't know what he was doing. I just
And
know
if he
he
told
sent
you,
me
yeah,
a literal picture. I'll show you the picture he sent me, actually, just so chat knows I'm not bullshitting. He literally sent me this picture of his map as he drives home to get on the computer to join us to actually do a couple hours of the session with us.
How long did it take him to take that screenshot, attach it to the message, and send it over
Well,
instead of
because
just like being
here's-
like 20
here's-
minutes ETA?
Here's what's hilarious. It literally says picture and then yes, ETA. Today is a struggle. And I was just like, I'm gonna share that. Then he's shared with everybody here.
Oh jeez. I mean, he's gonna get on and be jet lagged and then pass out while we're
He
going
is
through it.
literally gonna probably get a glass of alcohol, sit there for a second and be like, you guys got this. Just not say anything the rest of the session.
Like, you know, you're walking down the street and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
When he gets here, we need to hammer out details for next week, I guess. And then if he has the energy to actually play, we will.
Well, we've got to figure out if Ildren's actually in the ditch in the street somewhere or not. Because he started walking the opposite direction of where we were going.
Oh, I'm sure I'm not too far.
I kind of want to find him, and then I want to get out of there if we can and move to the next realm. So that when he comes back, we're in the new realm and stuff like that, maybe. If possible.
All I know is all the signs here say San Diego.
Oh no. Oh no.
It can't be that far, can it?
You might be. I don't know where that is. All I keep seeing is signs that say la. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Surprised not everybody isn't singing around here.
Okay, I'm sure I can make a lot of money here. There seems to be a lot of, bards on the streets.
Oh no.
Ooh.
How's that Chinese food treating you?
Fantastic. I just demolished it.
Yusara.
They're cheese fries.
Oh, this isn't D&D anymore, chat. It's turned into what my teammates
You need
are
snacks
eating.
for D&D. That's,
I
Yeah,
always
just-
have a snack.
Yeah, you always have a drink. I know that for sure. She also has started a collection of objects around the PC to use live action when we're doing the stream in certain situations. Yep.
The stream has really made me cleared me up on how barren this back wall is.
Welcome to streaming. That's how it goes. You realize,
Yeah, I'm like, man, I really need to
either
decorate
your
my fucking
center
room. Jesus.
or like you have like these used to be over me when I had it different set up, but I like this whole
Really?
area needs my shelves to be put up and stuff, and there's
Uh
all
huh.
sorts of things that I want to do that I haven't done. I love the box of knickknacks Sarah's
I
got
mean-
going on.
People can see all my minis that I have yet to paint over here.
I love
You
the
know.
watch. The watch that you broke that could have been really valuable in telling what time it is right now. Yeah.
That's my Phyllis, alright?
By the way, I can't tell that those are minis because of how far away that desk is to your camera.
Well, that's because they're mini. You know, they wouldn't. If you could see them, they would be called maxis or something. Sorry.
You mean like a maxi pad?
Oh, yeah, exactly. No, that's in the other room. I wouldn't have just a case of those sitting out.
No, they're usually in a
No,
drawer in a
there's
cabinet somewhere.
Egg should give us a tour of the minis because I might get a good look at what's coming up next.
Or would you like to see Leela?
Oh, Lila!
Oh,
Hi, Papa. Hi, Daddy.
This is Egg's real life patron. This is Leela.
Oh.
Yeah. People think she's my familiar, but she's actually my patron.
She's amazing. She's a good
He's
girl.
a sweet girl. He's a sweet girl.
And Yosara actually does have her patron that occasionally visits her, whether she has food or not, and tries to climb on top of her in the chair.
He's
Mm.
snoring on the couch right now.
Oh, he's resting today. He will not visit us most likely
Yes.
this session.
Yosara's patron is 3 times the size of Leela.
I have to keep a weapon by my desk because every now and then he gets a wild hair and insists he can be the only one in this chair.
Yep.
But he does it while I'm sitting in this chair and I'm trying to do things for stream and he's sitting here gnawing at my leg or something.
Literally, there have been times where she stopped and starts spraying, and I'm kind of like trying to focus on like us conversation, and she's over here like, get away from. Why
Well, I
is
mean, it's better
everyone
than
eating
pressing on
tonight?
you.
I don't know. You ask them. I'm not.
People have to eat. You know, it's part of living. You need
You need sustenance.
3
to continue
square meals a day.
existing. You do need sustenance to continue existing. That is true.
Mhm.
And
And we've been here so long without a DM. I mean,
if
you want us to
only
starve
we
to
had
death?
access to fantasy grounds.
This is
If
technically
only.
my first meal of the day still because it's leftovers from what I got right before I did groceries.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So Egg, would you be down to run a one shot next week?
I mean, I could do something. I wouldn't mind.
You don't have to go eat anything, Hood. You can just hang out and let yourself feel hunger without actually going to get food.
Also, you could just take the stream with you to wherever your food is.
that's true too. Except most likely we're
that's
not on the
22.
phone. We're on the PC/TV. Silly.
But you can bring food to the PC.
That's true too.
BRB.
Don't BRB. Come back.
No, bye.
We're losing them one by one. I actually need to
Children
go.
have wandered off once again.
Yeah, he disappeared again. We'll eventually find him, Chad. He'll probably be in a ditch somewhere. We've been, mind chatting this whole time. So, do you want to run the one off?
If he's down to it, I'd rather Egg do it.
Okay.
He's gonna have an easier time with the running it online than I will because he has more
Okay.
experience with that than I do.
Okay. I was just curious. Something simple then. Nothing too complex. Like 50 squares. That's it. We've zapped to one location. No. What? No. What are you talking about? Yeah, you
Alright.
are on your PC.
Hood, that will be like when we hit 100 subscribers or something. We'll make Sona DM a one shot.
Damn. Why did you say that? Because he's going to probably try his best to make sure we get 100 subscribers. We are
It's
currently at
good.
28. By the
Yeah, we
way.
got a while.
We got a little ways to go. but we're gonna make sure this is a regular thing, even if we end up just talking, and doing a little D&D during it, which is fine by me.
You're here for this, Hood. Is this like if we have, because our DM's on a weird schedule and all of us have weird schedules and there's a lot of changes right now. So if we are like short people, or our DM can't make it or something, is this like a acceptable substitution? Like we come on, we talk about the game or something like that?
Basically, chat, just let us know, like, a thumbs up, heart, if you've been enjoying our discussion over the last, like, hour or so of us just hanging out and talking and discussing what we're going to be doing and occasionally talking about our characters and what they've been up to.
Rather than having no stream a week.
Yeah, because we'd like to continue providing content. And Matt said he's going to get on that 100 subscribers. That does not surprise me. Oh, man. I need to get a drink, but I'm going to wait till Egg and Alex get here, and then I'm going to go get a drink. I do like this music. You're right. It's quite nice. Thank you for the selection choice today. I like re-listening to this soundtrack. I'm going to have to keep it in our list to cycle through of all the stuff we have.
If we ever get back to Princess Anna's court.
Yeah?
This would be a good good background for it.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. We're better to put off to content, to put something out for content than nothing at all. That's true. I do agree with that. 1 second, sorry. Let me see. See if I can find this. I want to see if I can share this. Yeah, since we're only one time a week, that's true. Oh, here it is. Alright, so remember I was talking about Yahtzee. I didn't get it to play. Hold on. Give me a second. Nope. This was ours on the first one. This is literally the Yahtzee video. This was when Yoshara used to sit behind her window. Probably can't hear it because I don't have it saved. And that's the Yahtzee 888. That was where we encouraged Jimkin at the time to buy a lottery ticket. And I was like totally confused because I thought I had lost 8 people. That didn't happen. So, but that's okay. Told you, some of those clips are still really good and I still have more that I should pull. I just haven't gone in and pulled them.
I want to get out of the Feywild and go back to doing like his siege campaigns and shit.
Ferelden's shit. Yeah, me too.
I want to pop out of the Feywild like 50 years from the last time we were there and just go fuck up the orc guys. Hrothgar.
Hrothgar might be dead by that time, by the way. Especially if his obsession with Anna was so strong.
Well, but she ended up marrying him.
We don't know that for sure. But yes, I do agree. I do agree. That it would be epic. Oh, it would be so much fun. Yeah, D&D discussions is true. I just look back and try and think of the moments that were the most fun that I would want to do again. You know, like the siege, the battle on the wall, the epic crossroad fights. We could do like a Monopoly with D&D talk. Could you think that'd be good? That'd be pretty good, I think. Don't you?
Just us playing like Hearts or something, but talking about D&D.
Yeah. Or even just like random topics. Like have a poll where people can submit questions and we answer any questions about D&D when we're not able to like do a full stream, you know? I think that would be good. Be fun too. What's the most complex thing? Oh my god! OMG! It's a DM! Ladies and gentlemen, a wild DM has wandered into our chat. So
Yep.
he's actually here.
Yep.
Shh, don't say anything.
Sorry about that. I literally scheduled my flight so I could do D&D, and of course, best laid plans go to shit when you fly through Denver International.
Well, there was your first mistake.
And I promise we weren't talking
I
about
literally
you.
live right next to Denver, so I didn't have a choice.
Well, at least you
But
made it home
yes.
safely.
Home safely, and Charlotte had a lot of fun on that airplane and told everyone the time I took her binky.
Wow. A lot of love from Charlotte on that one.
Oh, yeah. Yep. But she was actually pretty good on the airplane, actually.
That's good. So the whole family went on that one.
Yep. Well, Emily and I.
Mm-hmm.
One could argue I have slightly more family than that, but being Ava, the 15-year-old who gives me D&D ideas.
Right.
All right, cool. So, popping up Fantasy Grounds should be up in a second.
Orche.
And to confirm, next week I will be in Italy, and then my travel is done, and I'm back. But today was a good test of things. I definitely want to do D&D every week from now on, at least something.
We were discussing that.
I've got a couple of people that I have selected to interview, and we can decide how we want to do it, but I'm thinking I'm going to do a setup session with them, weed out one or two more, and then next week we'll be able to decide who y'all want as part of the campaign.
So we were talking about that. Best option on someone to run a one-shot online is probably going to be Egg. He said he's down for it next week. We kind of have a vague theme for one already planned also.
Interesting. What you got? Or do I not want to know yet?
Are you going to be able to even watch?
Probably not. I might get it afterwards.
That's why YouTube's amazing.
I mean, I can watch it afterwards. I can watch it on YouTube, but I doubt I will actually be able to watch it day of.
Gonna try and bring in some puzzly stuff, but it be like survival wave, find your way out of a like cabin in the woods setting.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, we were leaning to it something simple, not very big, but like maybe one or two levels in the cabin, and we don't really know maybe where the big bad is and why the waves keep coming, and we're trying to figure out how to stop it with different puzzles or something.
Kind of like what's that game? Is it Forgotten Temple?
No, I don't think that's the name of the game we were thinking about.
Okay.
Forgotten Temple would kind of structure-wise works though.
Yeah, I mean that's true, but what was the one that Egg said specifically? Or was it you that said it, Yosara?
I said Evil Dead the movie. Egg said Left 4 Dead.
I said Call of Duty. Zombie
But,
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is kind of a slasher movie.
Yeah.
But you have some fighting in there. We get to see them in combat. Have some small puzzle things of how to get out of the cabin. Get to see them work roleplay a little bit.
I like it. Is everyone able to get logged in?
Oh, I'm on stream. I can't actually.
And we can also discuss the best way to do it. I'll just kind of leave it up to you guys. If you want everyone to jump in all at once, or if you want to do it like onesie twosie. I've kind of told them like what's going on, that it's more of a, I don't want to say tryout, but it's more of a tryout than it is let's play D&D next week.
Okay. That's one way to
A
look
few
at
of them are into it.
You weren't here for this, but we've now made the bet of when we get up to 100 subscribers on YouTube, Donna has to run a one shot.
Oh, nice. I was afraid I would have to get naked.
Oh my god! Bro Chacho, what's up, my friend? And apparently Hood's already on it, pulling his people in to get us the subscribers.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Y'all are gonna be the death of me. One day I feel it.
Y'all are the life of me.
Okay, how do I...
Okay, while we're figuring that out and y'all are getting logged in, I am going to grab some water because I haven't drank anything in literally 1,000 miles.
What's good?
You haven't missed anything yet. We are starting. Our DM just got here, and we were just discussing sort of plans for next week.
That works. We're gonna be doing a few fun things here in a minute, and I'm about to mess with the stream. Hi everybody, we're about to have some fun movements on the stream. Watch out. There we go. Hi guys, y'all are going up top. This is the platform that we use to run our campaigns. And look, there's Ildren! He's suddenly out of the ditch. You missed the DM arriving.
Oh, rats.
Mm-hmm.
Did we sing the DM song?
No, but you
He's
can't
the DM. No, I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna start singing in a second. I was just trying to get the stream set up. Yeah, I know. He's making a bet that I'll have to run a campaign. Don't really know what I'd do if I actually win that. I mean, we'll get there eventually, but I kind of hope it's like next year.
When you win that. When we win that.
Oh, you're trying to torture me.
Just think of your favorite monster and your favorite animal, and then put them together.
Uh-huh.
And then put it in the middle of a town that's on fire. Boom.
What? Why does
You
it
just have your
have
first
to be
hook.
on fire?
Because suspense.
Dramatic effect.
Exactly.
Got it.
Maps are up. Dungeons and or Dragons is up.
Mine's frozen. Shoot.
What's frozen?
Nothing. Shush.
I just dropped a map at you guys. It'll take a minute.
Yeah, everything's gonna freeze for a second. It's okay. You like the music?
Yeah.
Yosara's choice.
Everybody likes a good flutist.
Okay. Alright, we're actually gonna do our session tonight. It's gonna be great. And while this loads up, I'm gonna go get a drink. Because that's what I've been waiting for you to get here so I can go get one. I'll be back.
My
Please don't
glass
kill my
was dirty
character while I'm
here,
gone.
so I have to drink beer.
Oh no.
Since I know that you'll love this / be jealous of this, Alex, my college buddies campaign that we've been running for a little over 2 years now. Every holiday season, we do what we call Air D&D, where we pick a spot in the middle of where everyone lives, and we rent an Airbnb and spend a weekend playing D&D in person rather than online for the first time that year. So we just booked our Air D&D trip for this year.
Where? Where are you guys going?
Random lake, some middle between, like, on Red River area.
Red River?
Between Oklahoma and Texas.
Gotcha. That's all. You guys all live close-ish?
We're like a state apart, so.
Okay. So it's not like, we'd have to travel across the country to meet up. Although, I am getting closer and closer to just saying, screw it. Let's meet up in person.
Where are we going?
If we did that, I would say let's all bring laptops, because I don't know if I really want to do this on paper pencil after having Fantasy Grounds. Like, I can run paper pencil D&D, it's just so much easier on Fantasy Grounds. I feel like Fantasy Grounds is both bigger and smaller than paper pencil D&D. Like,
How would I stream it if we didn't do it then on computers?
we could find a way.
A live campaign?
Critical Role does it. We could figure it out.
Yeah, Critical Role can do it, then we could do it, you know?
Act like that's
That's
the standard.
all I'm suggesting.
No, act like that's the standard. Goodness. Okay. We've got everything up.
All right, cool. All right, so catching up where we left off, Ildren, as you and your team entered into the strange city of La, spelled L-A, for those of you who are not with us last week. You see a number of people strangely dressed, but, you've been through Fey Realm, so everyone kind of has a unique look to them. These people seem both more aggressive and less harmful at the same time than anyone you've ever seen, as you don't see a single weapon on any of these people that you've seen. After having a brief conversation with your 2 other compatriots, and realizing that something potentially sinister may have happened to Kale, you decided to split off from the party, because everyone knows that splitting the party is the smartest thing to do when you're in a unique, strange area. And check your chat for a little back and forth of what you did and what you found. However, the rest of the party, being Yosara and Sana, they went on their own little adventure in this city of L.A. Immediately, Yosara realized that she was not dressed for the part, so she found a girl who had short black hair, at the time a black t-shirt with some sort of writing on it, and strange pants that were bluish, and Mask of Many faced into them. Unfortunately, she ran into this person, and this person ran screaming the opposite direction, realizing she had an exact duplicate doppelganger. Understanding that this was not the best idea to switch into someone directly, she instead decided to get creative with it, and I can't remember, but I believe it was wear some sort of a reddish maroon kind of little bonnet thing, a shirt with absolutely no sleeves on it, and I'm going with jeans again with tattoos on the arms and a half sleeve on the right wrist. Can't remember though, but that's how I remember it.
Although, since he made a big deal about this last time, I am wearing pants, chat. But this is a blanket. That's what he keeps calling jeans.
Okay, just to also be clear, last session, she said that, but did not clarify if she was wearing pants or not. I just want to throw that out there to chat.
True, and to make sure I didn't get slapped with a harassment complaint, I doubled down and said, yup, it's jeans. So with that, they decided to wander around this town where they realized that gold didn't have the same value. As they tried to exchange it, one time it worked very well and someone seemed very excited about it. Another time they gave an exchange rate that was unique, in which they were able to purchase some very unique food and a room for a certain amount of gold. After exploring this town for a little bit, Yosara and Sana, you have a bit of an understanding for this place, and Ildren, you, however, were casing this other place the whole time, but you're sure of what you found. So with that, you are able to run back into the girls who are just coming out of their room, and able to... Okay, you guys go nuts.
I just run up to you guys, disheveled. It's been overnight, right?
Overnight, yeah.
Yeah.
A unique property of this place that you realized as you spent the night doing whatever it is you were doing. You did not feel yourself heal naturally. Normally you would heal every single night, but you did not this night. You are welcome to use hit dice to heal that you instinctively know you can force the healing, but you have the distinct instinct that your hit dice will not replenish on their own.
I come just staggering up to you guys, paler than normal, hair just kind of wet and sticky across my face, sweaty, red eyes. Oh, there you are.
Coffee?
Sorry, I had a... Yeah, what?
Coffee.
What did you
What
get
did you
into?
just call me? I take whatever that is that Sona's offering me and I smell it. Yeah, that'll probably do something, alright. I just start drinking. Oh, what is that?
Did you give him one of the 12 ounces of coffee? Or 20 ounces of coffee? How much of this bitter, dark, heavy substance that's slightly warm do you drink?
At first I just drink like a sip, but then I'm like, what? That has a interesting kick. I mean, a little hair of the dog, sure, and then I'll just start downing it, you know.
Just
Don't
for
do
funsies,
that.
roll Constitution?
I'll drink about a cup worth, you
I
know.
snatch
Okay.
it back before he finishes it and start drinking a little bit.
Fair,
you know,
fair.
so.
Sorry, Ooh, a little dehydrated. I'm sure this will help.
I pull some of the cereal out of my bag. I'm like, do you need some food? It's pretty tasty.
Sorry, I don't think I found any food last night. I found a lot of liquid, but no food. Oh,
As you're eating this food, some of it you're pretty sure is grain fed to cow, but there's also these little tiny other things that are very, very sweet and kind of put a little zing in your tongue. The shapes are in the shapes of hearts, stars, horseshoes, clovers, and balloons, pots of gold and rainbows, and a couple of red balloons.
I was about to say, there's got to be some red balloons in there, right? Oh my god. I start like picking through all of the cow feed and throwing it all out and being like, why is this even a part of the picture? Like, just give me the colory bits.
They're clearly some sort of symbolism. I'm wondering if this is like a festival food.
Maybe these are the family houses of the area. Red balloons. House of the Red Balloon. We'll have to look into on that. Where did you guys find all of this? This is like... Is there a carnival in town?
Included with our room.
Coffee and free food, but with room. And I point toward the window of the area we had just come out of.
Where did you guys find a room? I was just sleeping on... Well, I don't think I actually slept much last night. Speaking of which, do you guys feel, any better? Usually, after I wake up in the morning, even if I'm in the gutter, I'll feel a little better. You know, I could just take on the world again, but today just felt more bland.
Yeah, it didn't get... I mean, I feel like I slept comfortably enough, but I don't feel like I got enough sleep, enough rest. I don't know. I woke up pretty off, too.
I don't think we fully rested, to be honest. You know, we took shifts in the room, making sure we're both safe, but to be honest, yeah, I mean, I feel fine. I mean, this coffee has definitely got some zing to it, but it's I don't feel like I've recovered in any true form or fashion.
You know, I've read stories about places where the air is so toxic that you can't even get a good night's sleep. Based on the smell of this place, I think that's what we're looking at right now. Maybe there's a volcano in the area that's just pushing, noxious fumes into the air.
Well, we know the water is contaminated with something.
Oh yes, we found water over at the docks earlier, and don't go jumping in that anytime soon.
Well, this place looks awful. But there's something that we definitely need to investigate here, because I felt a familiar feeling that I haven't felt in some time. No, sorry. Recovering from last night still. Can we go inside and get some coffee? Is there... I kind of look around. Is this like a busy city street corner?
There's a couple of people kind of moving in and out. You guys are right by where they spent the night at the hotel. You've been running around aimlessly for the last hour or so looking for them. Seen a lot of weird places, including some with golden arches, some in the shape of food, like, meat with buns and what looks like trash in between the buns. The smells have just burrowed their way into your brain and live there. None of them really good, especially the smells of the food. It smells both overly seasoned and yet bland at the same time.
It's possible. I'm assuming, just gonna go on a limb here, that I have only seen humans.
Yes, only seen humans. Also, how are you dressed? What do you look like right now?
I mean, I guess I'd be wearing, I wear my typical robes, which are kind of, violet and black form-fitting, but, I'd probably, noticing that there aren't any other pointed-eared people, I'd have my hood up.
Okay. Yeah, as you run around in your bright purple robes, people kind of give you, like, a little bit of a look, but it's not like... They're not staring you down, they're not aggressive, they're just kind of do, like, a double take, and then they, like, walk by. Like, it's like, a little bit weird. Sana's having a different experience. Yosara seems to blend into the background.
I just shout at people, it's like, where I come from, you look weird. Alright.
That would be a normal response in LA.
So, look, we really don't know what's the best thing to do or go about here. We literally just tried to make sure we found a place to rest until we could meet back up with you. We might be able to go in and get some more food, but I doubt it, to be honest. But I guess we should just figure out what weird feeling you seem to be having here, because honestly, this place just makes me want to leave.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to blame me on that one. I felt the same way when I first got here, but at some point last night I came across a building down the ways that kind of drew me in a bit, and I think that as weird as this might sound, I think that my goddess might be trapped in there somehow. I think that's why, of all the bizarre places, I've been pulled to this one.
You remember how to get back to where you felt that feeling the strongest, so we can all try and see what we can find?
That was, a few martinis ago, but I think I can manage.
You were drinking all night, weren't you?
Not all
Why do
night.
you say that like it's a bad thing?
Because it is a bad thing when we're in a place like this. Have you not smelled the nastiness we've been running around in? I would not want to drink any drink probably that was made here.
For whatever
Beer
reason, they don't
itself
let you
doesn't
carry
exist.
drinks between bars here, so I had to stop at some point.
Sona, you just drank like 40 ounces of that coffee nonsense.
It was delicious, and now I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, me too. That was fast.
I mean, it's just gone right through me.
Just goes
Yosara.
straight through you.
I
What the
kind
hell?
of think we need to go back to that room and see if we can get back in there. Oh my gosh.
Okay, you two go use the bathroom in there.
I'm already up against the wall on the outside of the building, just like, this is how we do it.
And Sana's just 5 seconds, and she runs the opposite direction and slams back into the room to go to the bathroom.
Zip. All right. Well, I mean, fold.
Sana, roll intelligence.
Intelligent.
Oh, thank
Ooh.
God. You found a toilet. There's only a couple of people around, but it's fine. It has this little spigot so you can wash everything. 2 handles, one on the right, one on the left. No problems.
Oh, thank God. Oh, man, that stuff tastes delicious, but it goes right through you. Now I walk back outside after kind of rinsing my hands off and just shaking them and walking away.
As you're walking out, you see one guy turn to his wife. The wife looks mortified, and you just hear the words, method actor. And then that's it.
Method actor.
Man, you know, they said the same thing. You sorry, I swear that couple back there just said the same thing. I swear I've heard before. Method something? I don't understand what they keep talking about.
Maybe that's what they call strangers here?
Methods?
Method actor? Maybe it's
Method actor.
Method actor? Meth acting? I don't know. I tried to tell the last group that I wasn't a part of that theater, but they just, whatever they were talking about.
I just scream at the people that said that. We are no mummers, sir!
And they bust up laughing, feeling like part of the show.
Alright, let's try and find
Usually when I do that, people are a little bit more scared. I have a sword. Like,
Ildren, can you try and show us back to where you felt?
Refocus, yep.
absolutely, absolutely. I think it was this way. No, it was definitely this way. Wait,
Right.
okay.
We'll
this
just
is
call it up and left.
left.
Up?
Yep.
Okay.
Like up to the main street and then left. Yep. As you guys are walking along the main street, suddenly you stop seeing people for a little while. It gets quiet, almost too quiet. There's not even any of those vehicle thingies. And then you swear you hear wah, wah, wah. And 3 people wearing masks square off against you and begin walking in unison in your direction.
Sana, it's one of the guys that knocked on the door, isn't it? Or that was like by our room?
Yeah, they look
Sure
really
enough, it was exactly
familiar.
the guy who offered you the stuff the night before. He points, he goes, yeah, the one with the horns. She was the one who told me off.
I still have horns right now, remember.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
you do? I
true.
thought you were masculinity facing.
She was masturbating facing, then she...
I say that in the hotel room, I made a point to have horns when we left.
That's true, you did. And the other one goes, or one of the other ones goes, which ones? They both have horns. And that one has pointed ears. That. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gary. He goes, shut up! That's them! It has to be! What other dingus would carry a sword? They all look at each other and agree.
Very fashionable.
One steps forward slightly, squaring off against the 3 of you. Goes, hey! You killed some of our best customers. What do you have to say about that?
Find better customers?
I mean, they pop like balloons. Literally, I've never seen anything like it.
I think that's a threat.
I mean,
Well, what are you going to do about it? You owe us for, well, everything. They were some of the easiest people to sell to.
Sona, can I try and take care of this first real quick?
And Sana actually literally just, not having said anything, takes one step back, hands raised, and is like, yeah, go ahead. Just,
I know Sona's sitting there like about to pull her sword out.
like, my hand was twitching, and Yosara was just like, 1 second.
They all slowly pull back their t-shirts, and right there in the center of their crotches, all 3 of them have hammers.
what? Are you guys with the smithing guild?
And Sana is seeing them, like, pulling up, thinking they're, like, about to pull a sword or a dagger or something. Her shield is coming around, and she's, like, holding it with her hand on the pommel of her sword, just, like, making sure that she's going to be ready if they're attacked. Almost
They have
defensive,
tiny
like,
silver hammers.
yeah. But she doesn't know what they
And
are, but they look like hammers.
These hammers are like this big. They're tiny.
The,
I I want to walk up here, and the guy that's in the front, I'm like, all right, look, I'm sure we can come to an agreement. How about you and I, talk, leader to leader?
Well, since you're showing some respect, he steps out a few extra paces. All right, I'm listening.
Look, we didn't mean to harm those customers of yours.
You exploded their faces.
To
We
be
didn't
fair,
even mean to do that.
they attacked us first, all right? Self-defense, I'm sure you can respect that. We're not trying to get in the way of your business. Now, I think maybe you guys would have a really good amount of luck finding some better customers that way. And I want to cast suggestion on him and say, I think you need to look for customers at the end of this road.
Okay. What does he have to roll? Wisdom save?
He gets to make
Wisdom, right?
wisdom save.
4. 10. 10. Oops.
He fails.
Still, not enough. Yeah, clearly not the droids we're looking for.
So he pursues the course of action I have suggested to the best of his ability. It can continue up to 8 hours.
Let's go. Yeah. We can find some better customers that way and starts walking away. The other two are like, what? No, they owe us! These were our best. Just. One of the other guys goes, just. Look, we can't go back to the boss without any money. Just pay us, we'll call it even. Those guys are worth like $200 a year. Just pay us a couple $100, we'll call it even.
I just kind of smile at him. I'm like, hey man, I think he's gonna find your money that way.
And come on. The two other guys, clearly very disturbed by this, kind of press the issue just a little bit. No, you owe us the money.
And Sana comes
Why
up
did he just
right
walk off like
next
that?
to Yosara, like with her shield.
Hang on. He walked up because he knows your money is that way. I'm pretty sure he's gonna find it. You should probably go help him.
Casting suggestion, or is that just
No, that's just me trying to convince
Just
them.
normal persuasion.
Give me a persuasion roll then. One of the other guys is like, man, it's not worth it. And he starts walking away. The last one, who's the most obstinate of the group, no, we're here for the money. And he presses even further. He's now 10 paces for you. You owe us money for the people you killed.
And before Yosara can say anything, no, the sword is halfway out the scabbard by the time he starts advancing closer to you. I hope you know this.
He sees her slowly pull out the sword. I drop Mask of Many Faces, so I just look like a Yuan-Ti standing in front of him. I'm like, we don't owe you anything. Follow your friends.
He blinks a few times. Go ahead and give me a intimidation with advantage.
Which one of us?
Yosara.
Okay.
Probably Osara.
Oh yeah. It's like, yeah.
Not.
You know what? I'll cover you guys in this one. And he just walks away, having seen your face literally mutate into whatever that was.
Well, that's one way of handling it.
I sheathe my sword and put my shield on my back. And I'm like, I could have just right on the neck, just a nice little cut. I mean, you never let me play anymore, Yosara.
This was easier. We don't know what they have, and we're just trying to get out of here.
What about little hammers? What are they going to do with those things?
I don't know, but if they try to throw it, I'd just smack it back at them with my shield. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, but are they like throwing hammers? I mean, they don't look like very heavy.
I never seen anything like it.
One thing, at least, they're running some sort of business operation, and there's someone else is in charge of them. Because they were talking about people they have to go back to with the money.
That's true. Wonder if it's like a Thieves Guild thing, But no, that can't be right because they were trying to sell stuff, so they weren't trying to like pawn stuff off on us.
No, they're definitely part of the smithing guild. They're just probably a little corrupt, you know?
I don't know. I almost feel like they might be
They
part of
were-
the apothecary guild.
What?
Have you ever seen the apothecary guild like have that rogue division where they like offer like everybody milk of poppy so that they can just have constant customers like drugged up all the time?
I mean,
True.
Children and I found some drugs where we lost Kale, but
I mean, let's be fair. I mean, I usually find them wherever I go, but I just have a nose for this kind of thing.
That's really not a great thing, Eldrin. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's a
Having
thing.
what? No. Why would
Honestly,
you do that to yourself?
It's just something that happens to me, you know. It's you take a left turn down the wrong alley, and all of a sudden, whoa! I've
Did
discovered
the same
it.
thing as walking around with drinks in the street, which you couldn't do last night, apparently.
Yeah, they got weird laws here.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, either way, can you continue leading us to where you felt this great source of your patron?
Yes, leftish.
Left. Okay.
Yep.
That's great
As you
directions.
continue, it's not too long before you see this massive building. There's people moving in and out. And with that, we are going to move to a new location. Dun dun dun.
Ooh,
They're going to disappear off the map one by one.
new location.
Yeah, you can close that map. Let me
the magic of technology.
Bye, map.
No, Sana, I mean, I'm not trying to stop you from having fun, but I do think it's a good idea to not let them know quite how much we can do. We don't know how many of them there may be.
I mean, that's fair. The act of surprise is something important. And I mean, everyone here has been acting really strangely. Like, they don't think my sword is sharp. I swore those guys at the lights the other day were literally about to touch it. And I was going to have to either sheath it or cut their fingers off.
So maybe we don't let them know how, like, sharp your sword is until we have to.
All right, that's fair. I mean, yeah, I'll let you guys, you and Neildrin can take the lead on this, but if they start threatening you like that again, I'm not gonna sit still. You know me. That's not how I roll.
That's fair, and that's a good point. I think we can take care of ourselves against those guys, though.
I think so. I mean, honestly, those last ones
Even
they were
if
talking
swords.
about popped like balloons, so I almost feel like these guys would do the same once we got rid of the hammers they seem to have.
You think whatever drugs they're taking are just amping the blood pressure up so much that they just pop like that whenever you kill them?
Whatever they're being given, it definitely is the cause of it. Definitely. I have no doubt about that.
If they wanted to keep their customers so much, why would they give them something so dangerous?
I don't know. I think it's addictive, though. I mean, that's got to be the whole point of it, right?
Oh yeah, obviously. I mean, you live for the danger of it, right?
No, I don't. I live for the danger of battle, not for
Well,
a
okay.
drug.
Well, you know, everybody's got different battlefields, Sona. All right, don't judge.
Okay, don't give me that little snippy voice attitude you got going on over the Iljon. I know all about the different battles that people would face, but like
Maybe the
chemicals.
substance
Mm-mm.
maybe the substance makes you like think about like it simulates battle.
Oh, the battle
Hmm.
is in the mind at all times, so that wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe it's like an enchantment potion.
That could be fun.
It'd be interesting.
So, as you guys get to this giant building, you walk in. There's a few people moving in and out, but for whatever reason, this day, you get the feeling it's more of an off day. There's just not as many people as this building can hold. There's a few of them walking around. They start looking at stuff with absolute admiration and excitement. Sana, you're still a spectacle. They're not saying anything to you. They're just pointing at you, looking. Little children are smiling. Occasionally you hear this weird clicking noise. Nothing sinister. This is just a weird place, and they seem to think you're cool.
Hi.
Yosara, you're getting a similar experience, though they're not as infatuated. Your horns are neat, but they're really obsessing over Sana. Ildren, again, they're kind of looking at you. They're like, oh, neat, look at the ears. Getting the feeling that the three of you are somehow together and part of some sort of a show, maybe?
Okay,
Ildren,
Ildren,
how weird we look.
don't make a comment about it. Let's just, where's the strong feeling? Just lead us to the most focal point, and I mean, find it and figure out what it is.
Are the weapons that we're seeing actually what we're seeing in here?
Yeah. Go ahead. Take a look.
So, Ildren, I think while we're looking, can you tell us a bit more about your goddess? Because this looks like a lot of military equipment.
I can't move.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I don't know what I just did.
For now.
Thank you.
Ah.
I go over to the catapults and the cannonballs, and I'm just like, whoa. This
As
is
you start
impressive.
taking a closer look, a very small girl, no more than 100 pounds, goes, admission, please.
Admission.
Oh, we're
to
not the
what?
guards here. We're just walking in. You have to talk to someone else about admissions, and I just turn around and start walking away.
No, I'm sorry, sir. You need to buy a ticket if you want to come in.
Oh, tickets to the place. Where? And Asana's like pointing her hands, like trying to get her to tell her where the tickets are.
She points to map right, where it says tickets.
Okay. We'll be right back. And Sana like kind of shoves Ildren back towards the tickets to the right with Yosara.
There's a couple of small, unassuming people there. Some of those weird magical box squares, two people staring into them. They have artifacts on the table that are made to look old, but you can tell haven't been used for anything. One of them looks somehow fake, made out of some sort of a strange, mundane substance, but the two people behind the desk go, okay, that'll be $23 a piece.
I'm
Okay.
not sure what that is.
Okay.
Do you think other...
Oh, I get it! You guys are part of the show! Okay. So, $23 a piece.
Okay, hold on. Okay, and Sana, like, starts counting out gold coins on the counter. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Hang on,
5,
is there not like a staff entrance? We're supposed to be here for the show, and we didn't know if there was a certain door we were supposed to go in.
Actually, yes. We should be expecting a big payment, really, as soon as the show is done.
Sana kind of just slides her coins back into the little pouch. She's like, yeah, what they're saying.
Well, if you're part of the show, where's your badge?
Which badge?
Here's my badge. No, I don't
Which
take
badge
this one.
are you asking for? Because they've given us a lot of different ones.
You just said your staff, so where's your staff badge?
We were told we could pick them up when we got here, but they said to go in like a side door, and we couldn't find it.
Do you think three
Exception.
meth head actors like us would want to wear our badges on our outfits?
Oh, and your luck does not prevail.
I clicked the wrong thing. It's supposed to be +10, not -1.
That's also athletics.
Yeah, because I
Realize you're
tried
rolling
athletics.
All right, reroll.
That did not roll at all. Did everyone see
That
that?
did.
Yeah, we saw it.
Deception.
Yeah.
You got a 5, but, that's still 15. Well, she's a minimum wage employee working in LA, so... all right, yeah, staff entrance isn't here. Hang on, let me see if I have some temp badges, and she rummages around for a few minutes, and then she gives you 3 little small pieces of plastic that just say staff. It's like, just make sure you get the real ones by the end of the day, and I'm going to need you to sign in. And she hands you a piece of paper with a thing with a small chain on it.
Sana kind of stands there and starts like rocking because she's like not really sure what the lady wants and is waiting for Ildren or Yosar to do something. She's quite lost right now.
Yep. We'll make sure to find the right ones. I take the 3 badges that say staff and I like start handing them to Ildren and Sona. Can you just where do you hang on, I'm sorry. And I like lean like I'm having trouble reading the paper. I'm like, where do you want us to sign again?
Where it says name, position, date.
Okay, I know you're gonna make fun of us. Can you write the date in? I'm sorry, I don't remember if this is Tuesday or not.
Yes. 10, 21, 20, 33.
I watch her write the date in to try and then imitate her writing a name.
She looks at you guys very, very confusedly, and then one of her friends is like, no, they're not supposed to break character. They're method actors. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are good! Oh, I like this. Okay, so what are your guys' names? And she looks at you excitedly.
And Sana just kind of smiles and is like, put it on me.
This is Sana.
Sana?
This is Ildren.
Oh, that's a fun one. That actually shows some effort.
And I'm Yosara.
Ooh, Yosara, that sounds scary. Yosara. Ooh, okay. She writes it in all excitedly, like, okay, well, we can't wait to see you guys around.
We're very grateful for your help today, kind ma'am, and I give her a gold piece.
Wow, this actually feels real.
You're just giving gold pieces out to everyone, you're sorry. Good God.
We're so sorry you're broke, Ildren.
I mean, yes.
Well, you know, if you didn't go drinking so much, you probably would have more gold.
We'll get out of
Great
your
thing.
hair now. We'll find the right
People have been buying me drinks this whole time.
Thank you, lady. And Sana
like
just
that.
turns and pivots and follows Yosara, just ignoring Ildren.
I don't
As
have
you're
to buy them.
walking this place feels weird. Everything, the floor feels marble of some kind. The equipment looks new, like brand new, actually. Looking at it closely, you can tell it's, armable, but not armed. There's nothing in it. It's, on display. And you guys aren't stupid. You would know what a concept of a museum is. They had such things. But some of these weapons look fairly unique, as I think only 1 or 2 of you has ever come across. I guess Sana and Yosara, you guys actually have seen a cannon. And you see the cannon, different variants, and all sorts of different kinds of weapons.
Dang, this is actually kind of ridiculous, Yosara, the amount of firepower standing in front of us right now.
Yeah, why did I have it all in one spot? This is terrible for defense.
Well, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when I was in the major city and they had the museum for the military archives, and they had different weapons that had been used previously that had been updated, and the archival place would keep them in nice condition, not armable, they weren't ever going to be used, but it was impressive to see some of the advancement they had made. But this is, wow, what do they use now though? Why are this is current modern day weaponry. We would use this if we'd had this at the wall, Yosara, and Sana kind of starts shaking her shoulder, we would have broken the wall.
Yeah, no, we definitely could have used these. And I walk over to the Malista. I'm like, this is pretty familiar, but the rest of this, we would have had a much easier time. I want to spend some time like looking at all of the weapons, I guess, just trying to
Okay,
familiarize with them. I don't know.
sure. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Ildren goes up and puts a hand on one of the cannons. Like, I don't get it. Is this supposed to like knock down a gate? Like, is this like
No,
a
no, no.
ramp?
And Sana turns and literally starts explaining military terms to him of the fact that it, like a ballista, it fires a weapon, but the projectiles is like those balls we saw there, but it's bigger and it goes in it and it uses a certain type of powder that the apothecaries make, and it causes an explosion. And with that force, it fires the ball out in the direction you pointed
Wait,
it, just like a bolt.
wait. You mean to
Totally
tell me that
useless.
this thing not only looks like a penis, but it's built like one too? It functions.
Sana literally about faces and marches into the next room, completely not even wanting to talk to him anymore after he described what she
as
thinks
As
you
they're
is
walking away,
walking-
I just continue talking to myself. Like,
Sana,
oh my god,
as you
look
go
at
to
this
walk
thing.
into that room, Sana, it does not open. It's
Yeah.
blocked.
Okay.
And there's just a door that says security. And as you press into it, a very rotund person just goes, "Hey, we're on break. Oh, your staff." And he moves. And on the inside, you see 4 picnic tables with each one has 1 or 2 people on it. These are very, very large human beings, all male. They have shirts that are bright green that say security.
And almost completely immediately forgetting about Ildren and his craziness, I go,
I mean, look at the size of it.
and I quickly step in and shut the door and say, yeah, sorry, just needed to take a breath. So many questions. And I kind of walk over to a table and just kind of lean on it for a second and then kind of like survey the room.
There's 1 person sitting at all the tables except for, we'll say this one.
Mhm.
And, there's just people sitting there, look like they're eating lunch. It's quiet in there.
And I just kind of take a calming breath, and I'm just kind of like they can honestly see like decompression of my face as like I'm trying to let stress leave me after having shut the door.
Yosara, as you're investigating it, a little kid comes up to you and goes, "Whoa, cool horns! Are you part of the show? This one's my favorite." It goes, boom! Ah! And like, oh my god, where's your friend? He has 20 ears. Oh wow, you guys are allowed to carry sword, and just does not stop until his mother's like, "Hey, Jamie, get over here! Not bothering to help." Runs over, grabs a kid, and starts dragging him off. And he's like, But no, they're part of the show.
I just kind of sit there and like, as he just talks at me and just wave as he gets pulled away.
So,
Sana, Ildren, Yosara, what are you guys trying to figure out?
so I kind
Looking
of
around,
go ahead.
was there anything other than weapons? Like, are there any displays? Or is there any like clothing? Is there any?
Not in this room. This room seems to be somehow dedicated to these kind of cannons and projectile weapons.
Do I get a feeling from any direction in this place? Like I did whenever I walked by the building, or is it just kind of...
Yes, actually, like a beacon, it is saying down and right.
Down and right. I say out loud to Yosara. We should go down
and right. As in... Sorry, map down and right, not as an actual go down and right into a basement.
Yeah.
I just nod and I go and knock on the door that Sana went in. I'm like, Sana, come on! And then I just trust that she's gonna follow and start following Ildren.
Let's walk right through this room.
And I hear Yosara say that, and I just kind of put my hand on my eyes for a second.
Yep, walking into that room, there's nothing in there. It looks like it was in some sort of a renovation. You see several open displays that have not been filled yet.
I'll keep walking through here, kind of poke my head into this room.
Okay. Yeah, and these rooms they're open. As you go to poke your head into that room, oops, that's actually supposed to have a door. Sorry. You go up to that room, which does have a door on it, and again, it just says break room.
This must be where they go to break things. Whatever. Let's go over here. I'll kind of start traveling further to the bottom of the right, kind of walking to this new hall.
Yeah, walking into that room is very weird. This stuff seems to be from a different age as everything else. It's like you've gone through time, yet everything else seems to remain constant. Yosara Sana, things here feel oddly familiar, yet from some sort of a dream almost.
Hey, yo, sir.
It's the one the vote.
Yeah, you remember when we were on that weird thing that said it was in space and we had to vote with the choice of saving the people thingy?
Right, the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like that.
It look like that.
That's really weird.
Do you think these Fae worlds are connected?
Do you think that they go in space? Wherever this
Do you
is?
think this whole building goes in space?
No, not the building. No.
Do you think if we touch one of these buttons that we're gonna nuke an entire civilization?
I don't want to touch anything.
Maybe
I really want to touch something.
cast off things from those worlds end up. It's like the cannons and stuff, those look like stuff we had fought with in Ferelden.
Yeah.
But now this is like that other one.
And once I get to the middle of the room and kind of look to my left, I immediately see like weaponry that I know, and I'm like, yeah, sure. And I start skirting into that room to try and get away from what I'm remembering was it kind of a weird advance in technology of some kind that I don't really want to look at because it freaked me out last time.
You think this is some kind of time museum? I mean, all museums are time museums, but you know what I mean. Maybe this is...
Going into that room, you see things that were once used as pieces of ore. Again, they all look kind of brand new.
Oh, this is a lot of stuff. I mean, never used either. Isn't that weird?
So clean, yeah.
I mean, these look like they've never even been fired once. Why would you make something and not use it?
Do you think they're fake? Were they replicas?
No, I mean, the archive museum that I went to had recreated some of the older designs to showcase, to educate at the academy, for military purposes. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they were, but I mean, they look like they're...
Maybe you should try to use one so it works.
I don't think that's a good idea based on like how this stuff is being presented. This looks like a don't touch type stuff. Like that was the archive is look, don't touch, we'll tell you about it. Don't use it.
I haven't seen any signs.
I'm gonna go.
You immediately notice every single one of those has a sign that says do not touch.
I only speak Elvish.
Sana just literally was like, yeah, if you touch one of these, it's not gonna end well.
Okay, I think we need to keep looking for what Ildren felt.
Oh, do we have to go back in that room? I
think it is in this room.
Moving that way, there's a small crowd of people talking to someone who also looks like they're in a period costume as well, except their period costume is just different in every way than yours. Big round hat, long trench coat, whip on one side, and a strange silver and white hammer almost. It's a female. She's just engaged in conversation, talking about what looks like some of the artifacts. As people kind of start peeling off and she's explaining different things, she stops for a second, noticing all of you, and walks up to you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't know we were getting new staff today.
Yes, well, this is us, staff. I point to the badge.
We're supposed to be part of the show, but they wanted us to just get the feel of the place first.
Of course, yeah. Which show?
Do you have the training dummies? Sana interrupts, just like stepping forward. Having seen all the equipment, she suddenly like wants to know if they have any training dummies. Because she wants to swing at something.
Training dummies. Are you planning on training with some of the artifacts here?
Sona, don't alarm her. She's just excited about the sword dancing show that we have prepared. There's a lot of energy, you know. She wants to make sure that moves are just right. I'm sure she doesn't have any training dummies here. Come on, please. But
And maybe I'll just take a whack at you again and knock you on your ass.
but that's not an option. But maybe we should save that for outside when we're not around all these lovely artifacts. I just kind of like gesture at the
You literally just wanted
White
to
lights
fire
around me.
one of the cannons that had a sign on it that
I
said "Don't touch."
Watching this for
That
a
was
second,
a
she
joke.
goes, hey,
Hmm?
get it. You're actors. I'm impressed. Okay, don't break anything. Just go ahead and see the place. Make sure you're where you are, when you need to be. When do you guys officially start?
I think tomorrow. They just wanted us to see it today.
on the morrow.
Okay,
Why did you say it like that?
starting on the morrow with a sword dancing show. This will be exciting. One more thing before I go. Who's your manager?
Kale, have you heard of him? We lost him on the streets earlier. He's wandering around somewhere. I swear he's here somewhere.
Kale.
Okay, so there's 4 of you. Well, then who would be the second in command out of the 3 of you?
And Sana points down at Yusara, who's standing next to her.
Me? Yeah. Yes. I'm in charge.
Excellent. Cool. I love the horns, but I'm not sure what era they're coming out of, so might have to have you lose those for tomorrow, though they are very cool. I think it's fun to roam around like that, but we try to keep things contemporary here.
And Sana's
That's
like
weird.
putting her hands on her head, just like.
We figured there'd be some attire adjustments. Do you have a costume exhibit we could see?
I mean, we do have clothing here, but it's not a costume exhibit. Those 2 words should not belong together. That implies you would be wearing the priceless artifacts, which, if you do that, I can assure you, you will be fired out of a cannon.
You promise
No,
you're not
I
gonna
would
take
never.
my horns, right?
Cannon. Oh, that's the thing. That's the penis.
Don't take
I
my
just
horns.
wanted inspiration, so we can adjust to fit the setting.
You're not taking my horns! Sana stands up and kind of yells after having been crouched down.
Okay, let's try this again. Be here tomorrow. Feel free to observe the artifacts. Don't touch anything. Although, seeing as you do have some beautiful pieces on you, if you are looking to sell or trade anything, I am quite the collector. And I have met several actors and actresses that collected themselves. So, I would be willing to buy anything at top dollar.
Can I insight check her?
Sure. She's definitely looking to buy some shit.
Can I slide, where is
And
it?
I'll give you this with a 10. Based off what you guys are wearing, she can tell the stuff you're wearing, it's not cheaply made. You guys are wearing good stuff. Most actors and actresses would have prop stuff. Your stuff looks legit.
Sana pulls out of her pack the fine sword that she retrieved in the ether when they were in the warped area, and she kind of nudges Yosara, like trying to hand it to her, like
Might be a chance for us to get some of those dollars.
because she doesn't know what the currency is, and she doesn't want us to waste our gold because she knows that Sana feels that the gold is more valuable than whatever they're using, but the fine sword is something she's willing to give up. And so she kind of hands it discreetly to Yosara without the lady really noticing. Ildren's kind of distracting her in a sense.
Sure, give me a sleight of hand.
Okay, I have terrible sleight of hand. It's gonna be funny.
Is the smog always in this city, or is there ever a moment where the sun comes through?
I hit the
I'd
wrong
love-
thing. Okay.
I mean, tell me the beach isn't always black.
Yeah, with a 7, you go sing, looking the other way. You don't see you handing it, but everyone else in the room does. Yosara proceeds to palm it awkwardly and is now looking at it, presenting it to her. Not lost on anybody in the room. Except for you, Sana, who
I'm
feel
totally
pretty comfortable about
I just kind of look back and I'm like, yeah, there we go.
palm and slide.
I think perhaps my colleague is offering this as a potential trade.
Are you handing it to her?
I'm holding it so she can see it. I'm keeping my hand on it right
She
now.
reaches for it.
I'm keeping my hand on it right now.
She can draw it. Remember, it's a sword, so you're holding the
As she
scabbard.
grabs the sword, it doesn't move out of your hands, and there's this awkward exchange of someone who thought you were handing it and is now like, okay, looking in your hand.
I just be very gentle with it, all right? As you've already pointed out, we like to collect valuable things, so... And I'll release it slowly to her.
She picks it up and begins spinning it. This is beautiful. Where is it from? When's it from?
24.
And Sana just kind of gives Ildren the strangest look, like, why did you say 24? What numbers are we counting down from something now?
24. This is.
I think a good look at the sheet whenever they ran the dates.
To identify that yet. It just kind of happened into our possession, so we were hoping we could get some help as far as maybe when it's from.
And Sana just kind of nudges Yosara and says, "We got that in the Fey ether. Don't you remember?"
Yeah, we did. We found it there.
Yeah, it just.
She spins the sword a couple of times and goes, "This is amazing. This is beautiful. I give you $2,000 for it," and then hands it back to you.
That's a great offer. We will
$2,000.
consider and come back to you with a decision. Thank you.
Wait.
I'll be around here. You just let me know if you have anything else that you would like me to take a look at. I'd be fascinated to see anything you have.
I just kind of quickly pull the other two, like, yep, we're gonna decide over here and just try to go through.
And Sana kind of
As
is
she's,
like
like,
trying to
walking
be
away, I'm like-
stubborn.
Sorry, you think of all the coffee we could buy with $2,000.
I have more stuff. Hold on.
Okay. Hang on. I think maybe this lady is gonna end up a bit more asking more questions than we want to answer if we spend too much time around it.
While we were talking, I've been trying to, get like a sense of, warm or cold as far as this feeling. How was I feeling in that room?
That really cold as you go into this room in the center. Much warmer, yet you can feel nothing from where you are immediately. It must be above you.
I'm sorry, repeat that last part?
Must be above you.
Oh. They must have some sort of pulley
Like,
system to get up to the ceiling.
Above or up above on the map?
Second floor.
Okay, thank you.
Well, maybe there's a second floor. Like,
I can
Let's
throw
look
you
for,
onto the ceiling if you want, Ildren.
You know what? I think the only way that works is if you threw me through the ceiling, and that probably would kill me.
we could look for stairs first.
I like the
Let's-
idea of stairs.
Let's look for stairs before you throw me.
Still think I should
Okay.
throw you.
As you go up there, you see some tools, strange ones, a little bit of scaffolding. It looks like they're building something over there. But you do see some stairs with a sign to the left, and then, well, I guess it's facing the other way. How did I do that? Did I make the elevator facing the wrong way? Yep, I did. So yeah, you see the stairs, and there's a small room that says elevator. Suddenly, it opens. Two people walk in. The doors close. A few minutes later, the doors open. The people are.
What sorcery is this?
They have a portal room?
Wow. I mean, I can't even see the circle on the floor. I walk into the elevator room and start like looking around the floor of this room, and like, where is the magic circle? I can't even tell. Is it worked into the tile? This is amazing.
Sana steps in and like turns to the left and sees a button with
Suddenly,
a two.
as you guys are on it, the doors begin to close. Yosara is on the outside.
Oh my God! Run!
Who dives in. You hear ding, boop, and suddenly you feel the ground starting to move.
Oh my God! Okay, everyone, keep calm. Keep calm.
This feels
I take out
really
my sword.
familiar for some reason, Sana says. Like, not even phased by what's actually happening.
A few seconds later, you smell what you think is popcorn, and then the doors on the other side open.
I slowly peek
Straight
my
up
head out.
on the map.
Sword out. Look out into the room.
Two children go, ah! Whoa!
Ah! Halflings! Ah! Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I can't tell the difference between human children and halflings, so I put my sword away.
Taste.
I step out. I'm looking at. You can't tell the difference between a halfling and a child, a human child.
I mean, not when they're wearing shoes. Can you?
Yeah. It's in the face and the ears. Come on, man. Elf. God, Ildren.
Face
I
and
myself on the
ears.
first one still, I think.
I mean,
Second floor.
they all look like little demons to me. I don't know what you want from me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Sana starts kind of like meandering out of the elevator and looking around and seeing if she
Sorry,
can
are you
follow.
lost? You good, Yosara, or you lost your token?
I'm on the first floor in the elevator still.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What about now?
Right, bro.
How about now? Did I fix it, or did I break it more?
You fixed it.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah, as you go into that room right there, you see small books and things and replicas of stuff. Some of the stuff in this room clearly looks fake. As you start messing around with the chain, it's not cold to the touch. It's room temperature. Metallic chain like that should be freezing cold. There's other things that just look like replicas and stuff, and shiny things and books and cool room.
Is there any other people in this room?
Strangely, no. This room looks boring to them.
I'll go and pick up one of the books and start flicking through it.
Can I roll investigation if I
As you go
recognize?
touch the book, you realize it's in a glass cage.
Ding.
Yeah.
Sort of.
What are you
roll?
doing, Sana?
Can I roll
What are you
to
rolling?
see if I recognize any of the objects in the room?
Sure. Yeah, you recognize two of them are chairs. One of them is a chandelier. Another one is a chandelier. Two brazier-looking things that look like they were used for some sort of sacrifices. These books are actually pretty cool looking. With a 16, looking at one of the books, you come around it several times and you realize one of the lines in the book is written in Sylvan.
Hey, sorry, Ildren, come here. Look at this book. You see that line? And I like my finger hits the glass and I like point straight down on top, like down at it.
I don't see it now that you've smeared your little
Okay, you
fingers
know what?
smudged all over it.
You know what? Use your eyes. Look
I think-
in another direction.
Wait, we can read that. Why is it? That's the first time we've seen Sylvan here.
Exactly. That's why I pointed it out.
It's written in common, except for one little teeny tiny line on the bottom that's in Sylvan, and it just says, beware.
I don't like that.
Jonah's breath smells like farts. Why would it say that?
Is the rest of it's written in common? Like is
Common, yeah.
about-
Common. Which is very similar to this English language. In fact, it's functionally identical.
What is the book talking about on the page where it just says beware in Sylvan? Is there anything?
Yes, it says a bunch of weird things that make no sense. Not even as spell components would be this random. Of rat eyes and pieces of the goblin and eye of the newt and spider silk and a bunch of junk. But there is one line that is very clearly written in Sylvan that says beware. There's a bunch of other things jankily written on. It looks like scribbles and all that, but one of them clearly intentionally written on the line itself in Sylvan.
Looks like the ingredients for my mom's favorite stew. That's so weird.
Sana has swung her shield arm straight at Ildren, who luckily ducks, seeing it coming. And she just kind of growls at him and says, "Stop it."
Alright, you're right. We need to be serious. Sorry. Hangover is still.
Do you recognize? Like, do you feel particularly connected to anything in here, Ildren?
No.
I don't
I think we need to keep looking. Let's walk out and do I feel a pull towards any corner of this building up here?
Central.
Let's walk in. Let's down this hall.
Is there
Yeah.
anything Sylvan?
Walking down that hall, you see several empty display cases. Nothing super interesting down that hall, Ildren. It looks like they're still expanding out the museum, and you know museums, they have more of their stuff actually in storage than they do on display.
Sana walks back down towards the elevator and goes down the hall because she swore she saw a gleam of something over here in the corner and proceeds to walk into this room. And it's just just super impressed by the armor that she's seeing on display.
Yeah, that armor bad. And there's several displays of period-looking clothing as well. Many of the armors look very ornate and expensive. They have jewels in them. Beautiful armor all around.
Can I gauge whether or not it actually is functional armor or if it's decorative armor used for presentation only?
It's hard to tell. It's in a display case. If you played with it, you'd be able to tell for sure. But from what you can tell, it looks real.
Well, you know what I mean. Like there's ceremonial armor versus.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. It looks real.
Okay, awesome.
Again, hard to tell because it's in a display cage. But if it is fake, it's a good fake.
Mm-hmm.
I want to shift Mask of Many Faces to look like I'm wearing like this style of clothing.
This style, as in something in this room.
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
This is pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Their collection is intense.
I think they've collected this from fallen enemies. Maybe this is a great city and they've conquered.
I don't know. It feels like it's a
empires.
collection from the past in the sense that they don't wear this anymore for them. Like this is, if it's truly a history, then this is what they used to wear. Which is probably why everybody keeps looking at us weird.
Time in this Fey world must go very fast. They're so far advanced.
I would like to okay, we know that there's been like we read one Elvish word. I think we need to make some effort to see if there's anything else like if we recognize anything else in here, and I just want to start looking at the armor, seeing if it like
Give me an investigation.
does it look like it's from Redcliffe? Does it look like it's from wherever?
I'm gonna roll investigation on the section I'm standing in.
Sorry. running around, the black armor does look very unique, and with your 16, the armor, the little armor on the stand being the brown stand, this one also looks very, very unique. And strangely enough, one of the robes looks kind of unique. And while messing around with them, you are not messing around, not able to touch, but looking through all of the robes with over a 15 investigation, you do see a word in Printon and Sullivan kind of scribbled in almost like it's a manufacturer's mark on that red, the blue and gold robe in this corner that says trapped.
You,
Hey,
I already didn't have too good of a feeling about this place. Earlier, whenever the woman that we were talking to was kind of spinning that sword in her hands, was she doing so in a finesse way? Like, it looked like she was, you know...
History. We don't get to use that one enough.
History?
Checking your memory here, yeah.
Memory. Hey! I got a good memory.
Not really. This person wasn't spinning it in a way that would betray that they were secretly a master swordsman.
Okay, because I'm feeling very suspicious of this place, especially with all these little Sylvan messages tucked away, and the fact that I feel like my goddess could be trapped in here.
Did I feel any? Did I see anything in like these pieces, or was it just literally that one that Yosar saw?
You got the same instincts that Yosara got, slightly less somehow.
I want to point out like the one on the wooden stand and then the black armor at the top, and point them out to Ildren and be like, "Hey, are these like? Do you recognize these at all?"
Do I?
While taking a look, you don't directly recognizing them, though that black armor would be the armor of magical means of some kind, though, you know, you don't see anything direct. Same thing with the armor on the stand. It would be someone who would make very high-end magical armor would fashion it to look like this. It's almost like in that style, but you know, you don't see anything direct that would be like, oh yes, this is clearly some sort of a all-powerful god armor or something. It's nothing that dramatic, just like, oh yes, I've seen this style before, and the two styles do not match the rest of the room. The rest of the room has the very distinctive 1600s kind of armor right as it went out of fashion to gunpowder, but these two pieces look very different in style, very unique, very well crafted, and the big armor at the top has a red eye in the center. The armor on the stand just looks like one continuous beautiful piece that kind of glistens and gleams, but it doesn't have any markings on it at all. Everything else here has something in between.
Do they remind me of any armor from the realm I'm from?
Not specifically, not like, oh, I know this one crafter.
Right.
Would the sigil of the red eye be something either of us might know?
Roll history.
Oh, wow.
The nat 20 comes first. Alright, with that, yes, you're not entirely sure who it is, but you have seen the sigil of the red eye before in your travels, and it was definitely a darker creature.
I'm just kind of quietly back up towards Ildren. I'm like, I think you're right. I don't think this is a great place to spend a lot of time in.
Whoever this place belongs to is collecting a great deal. And it looks like he's taken a lot from a lot of powerful people.
Hey guys, come over here and look at these weapons. and Sana's like standing right in the middle of it and investigating all the weapons like with keen interest to see if she oh, that didn't go well. She's just excited for all the weapons.
Yeah. Yep, seeing them, some look broken, like they were broken in combat a very, very, very long time ago, yet still pristine, like someone took a lot of care. Reading a little plaque, one of them was actually used to kill a great knight on the battlefield. And one of the other broken ones, again, was used to kill some great knight at some time, but you don't recognize the names.
Well, these were definitely used, and they've been pristinely managed since their use. There's no real rust or nothing to say they've been used except for this plaque here that says what they were used for.
Can we check if there's like a carving on the hilt of any of them or anything that might be Sylvan?
Sure.
Don't ask
Go
me
ahead
to
and
do
roll
it.
investigation. You don't find anything unique in this room.
Should we just keep going? I mean, it seems almost like a circle.
Yeah.
Mildred, you're feeling very close to whatever the source of whatever you were feeling was. It's getting a little bit later in the day. It's about 3 o'clock. Museum closes at 5. And the crowds have kind of dispersed. There's just sporadic people. Ildren, as you go left, you feel that colder sense. Now you're feeling that warmer.
Sana, having said that it felt like a circle, had walked out into what she thought was a hallway and saw another door and kind of walked over into here.
Walking in there, again, you see a lot of very unique, beautiful pieces. Ildren, one of them starts almost calling to you. It almost has a bluish moonlight sort of glow to it. Sana, however, you're obsessed by the shields on the wall. I mean, these are some nice freaking shields. Some of them look pretty damn heavy, but some of them look very sturdy, even though they look light. What is going on here?
Awesome. Love it. What can I roll to learn more?
Heraldry?
Ildren, yeah, the minute you get in front of that, it is in a very heavy glass case. This case, however, has a small wire chain, like small wire mesh built into the glass itself. And there's a small plaque on it that says something about some great knight, and you look closer and you see the name Arthur on it or something irrelevant. But in scratching on the bottom, it just says, made by the manufacturer of, and written in Sylvan, it says, punished.
Oh my god. I put my hand up against the glass and then put my forehead. And I just whisper, "Are you there? Can you hear me?"
I just wanted to look at all the shields and see if there was anything in Sylvan written on any of the shields.
I immediately have a reaction, stand up, and just kind of stare. I spend a good few minutes just staring at this sword.
I've chatted you what you hear / feel, and then there is an absence, almost like something has gone dormant, like it is screaming at the top of its lungs, but it doesn't have the strength to make any sound.
I try to get Sona and Yosara's attention. Maybe not Sona, she seems to be a little preoccupied with these shields.
Shiny toys.
I'll grab her in a second. Yosara, this is gonna sound a little bizarre, but I think my goddess is in that sword. And I need to get her out. I need to get it out. I need to get it out of here. Out of this weird boom 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 glass metal
How
box.
big is the glass box?
Hard to tell. Doesn't look super thick.
No, like dimensions of the. Is it like 3 by 5? Like, is it?
Yeah, it's about 2 feet wide. About 2 feet wide, 2 feet tall, about 5 feet wide, long.
I'm guessing it's like attached to the podium. That's
Everything here is in a display case, and yes, this one would be attached to a podium, basically sitting on the center, giving you no space to walk behind it, but it's not actually bolted to the wall. If you really inspected hard, you would see it is sitting on a small, what looks like wooden object, like wooden table.
Would the glass case itself fit into a bag of holding?
Technically, yes.
Could we slide this case off of the table?
I mean, it's like anything else. You could certainly try.
I'm gonna look for a door first or something. I mean, is there like a latch or something to open a wall of this case?
Do not see one. These look like they're built onto very ornate-looking wooden credenza-looking things, but as you start to inspect it, you don't see anywhere that you could easily open it.
Can I look around roguishly to see if there's a place to like pop a lock or something?
Sure, roll roguishly.
Still, because that's a close.
As you start looking around, you very quickly become frustrated and run out of ideas, and you put your hand on the glass and go to slide it, and no matter how much pressure you push, it's not sliding, and that's about all you get from your roguishly slyness.
It's really heavy. I don't find anywhere I could like open this.
You know what? It's worth a shot. Here, put the bag of holding just around that side, and I'll try to push it in. I go to one side of the case. I put my shoulder against.
Hasn't even turned around, by the way. She's not even turned around. She's still just like asphyxiated, hands up, like these are awesome. Wonder if I could get one of these made. This is freaking beautiful.
You push, and then you push, and then you realize no one's in the room, and you push with all you've got, and your feet just start sliding backwards. This thing doesn't even pretend to budge.
Oh,
You're
you know what?
really heavy or you're really weak, Ildred.
Yes. What if, now bear with me here, there is a third member of our party who has a skill that is perfect for this occasion?
Donna, stop looking at the shield. Come here.
Wait, what? Hi, what? Why are you on the box? What are you doing?
I am like crouched, like holding the box.
What are you doing? Asada says, because she comes over and like it's like watching them like surrounding this box, one with a bag and one at the other end, like slid like halfway on the floor.
So I want you to listen to me real quick. This sword is talking to me, and I am like 99% sure that my goddess is trapped here inside of this thing. So,
As you say all that, you hear the heavy mouth breathing behind you.
oh God!
As a very large, rotund guy goes, "All right, you guys are the new girls. Oh, that's King Arthur's sword. According to legend, the Lady of the Lake with an outstretched hand gave it, and, King Arthur took it, and so he became king. Kind of silly. All it takes is a watery tart to throw a sword at you, and suddenly you can rule a country."
That doesn't really seem like a good way to determine
story.
rulership of government.
I saw you in the security earlier, right? You were over there having a meal.
Yes. I was eating, I had a whole bunch of eggs, and I mixed it with like almost a tub of mayonnaise, and then mixed it all together and was just eating it with a large spoon.
I'm not really sure. I mean, I got the egg part, but I don't know what the other thing is. Kale would probably have known. Anyways.
So are you guys new here?
Yeah, we're doing a sword dance tomorrow, and we were told to look around to find inspiration and stuff we can use as like part of the act.
Is there any way we can get this pedestal moved down to the floor where we're going to act?
No, those things are a couple £1,000. They're designed so no one can just grab it and put it in a bag somewhere.
Are you sure?
Well, listen here. They asked us to come up here and get this sword for the show. It's very important. The show is all about King Arthur and the chick of the lake. It's very important that it's part of the show. So can we please get this opened?
Well, sure, but you'll have to go and work with one of the other teams. I'm security. All I do is I make sure nobody runs off with these things. If you're
understand.
actually moving the artifacts, you need the
Well,
artifact
listen.
moving team.
Listen. I just want to give you a heads up. We will be running with this thing soon. So if you see that, it's totally normal. All right. Let's just look the other way, because we're gonna need this for the show later.
Roll persuasion. Roll deception. Deception. Actually, persuasion. Whichever one you feel is more appropriate.
You know what? They're both the same.
They're very
-1.
close. They're very close.
He just laughs. I think I'm gonna like working with you guys, and you just let me know if you want a main egg. And he walks away.
I still don't understand what he meant with man egg. Anyways, how heavy did he say it was? I could give it a whack at it.
A couple 1,000 pounds?
I don't think I've gone over 500. It's been a minute since I've tried to fully lift something. I could give it a shot. It might break though.
So yeah, I mean, do we try and convince the artifact team, he called them, to move it for us, or do we just break it and try and get it?
Well, I'm afraid if we break it, that whoever is, trapped her here is going to, that maybe some sort of alarm is going to go off or something.
I mean, have you tried breaking the glass in just general instead of trying to take the whole stand? Sana asked very bluntly.
Well, no, because we were worried it was going to trigger like an alarm spell or something, like a trap.
You guys have been touching all over these boxes. I've touched a box. Nothing's been triggered.
But we haven't broken one yet.
Oh, that's fair. I kind of wanted to break that one. And Sana points over to the shield that she was really eyeing up earlier.
I mean, hell, you could just smash it and we could make a run for it. I mean, these people do pop like balloons.
Although we have a key, we could just grab it and hop to the next realm.
It's up to you guys. Just tell me what you want to do. I mean, if we're smashing one thing, I'm smashing another. And Sana kind of keeps longingly looking at the shield that she wants.
Is the shield behind a case?
Oh, yeah.
They are, yeah. But the sword that you are eyeing is the only one with an extra internal mesh cage.
Oh, boy.
You can't just break the glass. Also,
I feel like this glass is going to be extra strong.
Okay. You guys have been going in circles. Make a decision. What do you want
Alright,
to do?
we're not smashing. It's not. I don't think it's going to work.
Okay, what do
We
you
have
want
to
me
go-
to do?
I want you to put a pin on that shield. We'll come back for that too. But we need to go look for another way into this case.
So you don't want me to push it into the bag that Yosar is holding?
Wait, you know what? Yeah, go ahead. Let's give that a shot.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure.
That might work.
Strength.
Nope.
You slide backwards much the same way
With
that
less
Ildren
effort
did.
than I gave.
Well, I want a shield, not a sword.
Okay, the guy mentioned an artifact moving team. Maybe we can convince them.
Alright, let's go look for the artifact moving team. This way? Whew, sorry, sneeze.
That's the hallway.
That's a
Yep.
hallway.
As you
With-
go up, you turn the corner,
Whoa.
and there's several other weapons. These look much more smooth.
Hey,
These weapons look very different than anything else you've seen.
Isn't that looking like similar to the little hammers those guys were carrying on the street?
Yeah, that one kind of looks like a bigger version.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know what these are. Huh. Odd.
Yes, and maneuver of them says assault rifle. Another one says musket, circa, what would that be 1788. One of them says 40 mm, and one really weird one says BFG 9000.
Oh my god.
I was wondering.
Hmm. Whoa.
Walking into the other room, you
Kinda.
see plenty of other strange weapons of all kind. One of them is the one in the middle says 10 mm caseless, and then says XENO with a V with two eyes after it, and then a skull and crossbones after it, written on the side of it.
Oh my god. That took me a while.
I don't even.
What the fuck? Eldrin doesn't know what that is. What?
It just
the fuck
says
is-
Hicks on the bottom of one of them.
Sonic kinda
Game over,
starts-
man.
Going around the corner, just really
I love you
confused,
guys.
and just like this stuff is really weird. Like,
Yeah.
just don't understand.
And they all look like penises. What?
Oh my God,
Every
why,
room.
Why do you have to assume? Why? What? No. And Sana like literally marches out of the room and starts
I
down
mean, what's
another
there to
hallway.
assume? It's just in your face. Everywhere, every room, every chamber.
Oh my gosh, I'm gone. And Sana's like running
I thought
away.
the swords had an issue, but I mean, if you really look at these things,
Whoa.
So walking into this room, it looks like a bunch of household items from God knows when. These you can actually play with a little bit, and touching them, they feel very, very flimsy.
Can we look around for Sylvan in here?
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
Sylvan.
No, you don't find anything.
Maybe we could take a nap in this bed. Get a long rest? No.
Okay,
that's
you know,
fine.
I think we need to keep moving because we're supposed to find this team. You want the sword, right?
Yes. Where's the
Okay.
team?
I don't
Let's
know.
walk over.
Whoa.
Walking into
Oh.
that room, it is a little bit disturbing. These all look like instruments of torture and or punishment.
Hmm.
And walking around, you feel very uncomfortable, though you can't confirm any of these have been used.
Are they in
You're not
cases?
sure
Are
what
they
level
able-
of replica they are.
Are they able to be touched?
Sure. You touch one and it feels sharp.
Gonna make a Sylvan check. Yeah.
Don't find anything.
Sylvan.
Okay. And Sana sees the door across the hallway and walks back out. Just, yeah.
Walking into this room, you find different implements of, kind of daily life. More tools than they are weapons, although in the center of the room, there are a couple of weapons, including a battering ram.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Did these stairs go up or down, by the way?
Down.
Okay.
There's only 2 levels to this place.
Okay. I think maybe we could go like back to the front and ask.
Oh, that's not actually supposed to be a door that exits. Sorry.
Fall into
No,
the
we're
void.
about to go into... Yeah.
Sana
You guys start
motions
no
to-
clipping through the map.
No.
No, what is it? Wall phasing. I think maybe we should go downstairs and get the lady at the desk that helped us with the badge things. Maybe they would know.
Maybe. Worth a shot. I don't think we have anybody up here other than the security guard.
We could ask him.
He doesn't. We already did kind of ask him.
Yeah, he didn't really seem to know.
Let's go back downstairs.
Okay. Down we go. We.
Down y'all go.
I mean, the good thing, Ildren, is at least we know where the object is.
Go straight down on the map.
True. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll just blast it open and run for it, right?
Jeez.
That would be worst case.
We've been down here. Okay. Well, I guess we should talk to the lady in charge of the event again.
Is this a door?
Then we'll to a break room. Oh, that one leads out of the museum.
Okay. I'm gonna go ask the nice lady at the front. She liked you, Yosara. Do you want to come ask her?
Sure, yeah. She might be easier to trick also.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we needed to trick anybody. Sana says as she follows behind them.
Yeah, we really do just need the sword.
Yeah. As you go down to the main level, there's the same girl there. She seems to be packing up for the day. She shuts off the glow from that strange box. She's like, oh, you guys again. How was your first day?
It's been wonderful getting acquainted with the area. We were told to try and talk to the team in charge of moving the artifacts.
Oh, okay. They're not supposed to be back for a couple weeks. What do you need with them?
We needed some help setting stuff up for the show. It's supposed to be themed, and there are some of the artifacts on the second floor that we'd like to have in the area.
Well, like I said, they're not due to be back for a couple of weeks, so not sure what you're going to... Yeah, I guess you could wait for them to come back. Moving artifacts is big business, and they try not to move things around more than once a month.
Is there anyone else that could help us?
Curator.
Do you know where they are?
She should be around. She's probably doing her rounds by the end of the day. We're about to shut down, so unless you're security, you're going to have to go pretty soon.
Okay, we'll go catch her and we can figure it out later.
Oh, okay, see that you're out. Otherwise, they're, well, you know.
Of course, we'll be leaving. Should we go back to the space room? Maybe she's in there.
Either that or maybe the room that says break.
Which says doing her rounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're taking a break. Unless she's cleaning something in the break room.
As you guys go into the space room, she spies you almost immediately. So have you decided on my offer?
Oh,
We haven't yet. The clerk told us that you're the curator, right?
I am, yeah. This is, well, it's not my museum, but I'm responsible for all the pieces here.
Can I insight check that as far as
Sure.
did she
Roll insight.
personally bring each piece here, or is she just in charge of keeping them in good condition kind of thing?
Sure.
Ooh.
She's shady as shit. There's more going on with this one than just a museum curator.
Awesome.
This is about to turn into Night at the Museum Feywild edition, and I'm not ready.
I have such bad charisma. I don't know if I should do this.
I'll do it.
No, we haven't decided on your offer yet. For the performance we're supposed to do tomorrow, there's one piece in particular we would love to get a closer look at so we can incorporate it into the show.
Of course, and what piece is that?
The Arthur, the Lady Lake, the oh,
King
for heaven's sake.
Archer's sword. On the
Archer,
second
that was
floor.
the name. It's weird that they call him that, but the Lake Lady sword, Sana says.
Of course. And what would you like with this unique piece?
Well,
She sits down on that giant metal keg-looking thing.
I thought we couldn't touch the artifacts.
Would be great. maybe getting to see it in a bit more detail so we can try and bring its likeness into our props.
I mean, as you know, we're sword dancers, and that is by far the most elegant sword in the building. I
Sure.
come from
Sure.
the highest.
Can I insight check her?
Yeah.
On like her belief of what we're actually saying.
Yeah,
Because
no,
I'm
she
pretty
knows
sure
you guys are full of
she
shit.
should-
So,
and can Sana just be like, yeah, you know what? Look, can we just have the sword in some way? Is there like a deal we can make on this sword? Like Sana's not
Yeah.
even like gonna like dance around it.
Oh
no
God.
problem. I just need a key to get me the hell out of here, and you can get me the moon blade, and you can have the moon blade.
Wait.
I'm sorry. What?
You want to get out? Sana says, clapping her hands together as she points at the lady.
Are you who's been riding trapped everywhere?
Oh yes, I have been trying to raise a flag to anybody who could get me the hell out of here.
What the
Okay.
front door?
So say we had a key. Who are you?
Mm-hmm. Why do you care? You want the blade? You get me out of here. We're not answering questions right now. Here's the trade. Key, get me out of here. You get blade.
We can take you with us.
No deal.
No.
I hold the key.
No. You don't
Oh,
understand.
okay,
Hold on.
hang on. You want a key just for yourself?
I just need to get out of here.
We're
Okay.
going out of here. We're leaving once we have the blade.
We can give you a key to leave too, but not until we know we can get the blade.
And can I ask real quick, are you trying to get to another Fey realm or
I just
out
need to
here?
get out of this realm. As I'm sure you've gathered, magic fades. I kinda didn't realize that. And my magic has completely faded. So I am now trapped here.
Okay, fair.
This place
Fair.
sucks.
Oh my god, you have no idea.
No magic.
What was your magic before?
You know what? We don't need to discuss this. Just know that I was not blessed with the magical arcane powers like some people. Mine came through effort.
Feel that. Did you intentionally trap yourself here? Or how did you get trapped here?
Is she always like this? If I
Yes.
intentionally trapped myself here, why would I be willing to make a trade of something so valuable to get out?
That's fair. This is a new deal. Give us like 5 seconds over here, real quick, privately,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
we'll come back. I drag them over into this.
Sorry, I thought it was a good question. Sana says, just kind of like a little distracted. Do you think she'd give me the shield too?
I mean, maybe, but guys, hang on. Okay, I'm trying to be as quiet as possible and make sure she can't overhear me.
She doesn't really have any magic, so I think we're good there.
This could solve a problem also because
Oh my God. You're not thinking about giving her to your prison.
yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh, that's kind
I
of
don't know why I got there, but
That's
I did.
actually really smart.
She just wants a key. We still have the key directly to Titania's prison because we used a regular one to get there last time.
So wait, can you just like send her there though? Do you even really need a key?
Just give. I don't know. Titania didn't really tell me if I was able to do that or not.
Well, either way, you got to get the sword and the shield first.
Absolutely.
Would I know, Alex? Would I know if that's something I was able?
Instinctually, would she know instinctually how to do it?
No. Instinctually? No. You don't know for sure.
Can she ask Titania right now?
You just know what you've been told, which would be the same answer of you can send anyone here as long as they agree to it.
Wait a second.
As long as they agree to it.
You have to agree to it.
Make her a deal, right? Make her a deal, Yosara. She gives you
Let's
the
get the
sword,
sword
and you immediately
first.
send her away. And you can use the key that we've like used that doesn't work as like for her to hold on to, and then you can
you go to
tell
her,
how to
you say,
activate
like,
it. But all you have to do
I have
is
another
have
Fey
her agree.
realm. It's a paradise. You'll have a great party there.
Don't add fluttery words.
yeah.
Stop it.
Would I?
You'll party till you
Yeah.
die.
Would I know? I like if You said instinctually I would know if I make a deal and they agree to it, then they will go to Titania's prison?
Yeah, that's what you've been told. They have to agree to it. Just as you, your first time, agreed to it.
It is very important. You're dooming someone to
You're
an eternity.
Faye.
You Sarah, it's your choice. But if
They
you don't
have
want
to
lose
agree
any
to it.
keys, I think that might be a good way to get the blade.
Essentially, it's like accepted. They have to agree to it.
It's like
Okay,
I
yeah.
won't
Two
say
plus
anything
one's
else.
not
If that's what you want to do, I won't open my mouth.
I'm fine with this because it might help us with my patron. You guys have to be cool as cucumbers. Okay.
Okay.
that cool. Cucumber's my middle name. That's weird.
No, it's not. Shut up.
If she senses there's something off about this deal, she might not make it.
Can I ask for the shield?
I'm sure she'll put the
Yeah.
shield up. Yeah, the shield wasn't behind fancy glass, so I'm sure we could put that on a cherry on top of the cake. You know, sweeten the pot.
Okay, well, I won't do any more talking or questions.
Okay.
I'll let Yosara handle it.
It's our pot to be sweetened, but you know what I mean. Beep, 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 boop, boop.
I'll walk back in so I can talk to her.
Okay.
Alright. We can get you out of here. We do want the sword first. We want you to at least show that that can be opened so we can grab it after we give you a key instead of, you just disappearing and us not getting a sword.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second, but we can't be here to do it, and it's not going to be as simple as just opening a case.
Okay, so what's it gonna be? But you can help us get the sword, and I can help you leave this place. You just want off. You're not trying to get somewhere in particular.
I need out of this realm.
Okay.
But when you say it like that, what realm are we going to?
Well, if you were trying to get to one in particular, I don't know that we could promise we can get you to your home, but we can get you out of here
To where?
to my home.
Where's your home?
It's like 2 plates over. 1 plate? How many plates was it, son? And it was 2 plates over.
It was actually about 1 plate over. We had traveled 3 plates before that.
I don't actually.
Persuasion.
Which one of
No,
us?
roll deception. Roll deception. Even though I think there's
It's
3
Yosara.
points. Yeah, Yosara. Alright, whatever gets us out of here.
Okay, help us get the sword, and I'll make sure you get out of here. Deal?
Alright, let's get out of here. I got a place right nearby where we can talk. And the 4 of you
I
leave.
deal and
Yeah.
shake hands.
Oh, yeah. Fair. You shake the person's hand. The 4 of you leave. I'm going to go ahead and remove your tokens.
Okay.
And as you leave, you go to a small house nearby. There. I think that does it. Yeah. There. She throws down a map of the museum. And it's a very detailed map. And she starts showing you different things on the map. Okay. This one right here, elevators. I'm sure you knew that. This one right here, elevators and stairs as well. You'll need that if you're going up and down. Remember, and you guys should be taking notes on this, don't do the elevators if the alarms have gone off. They can easily shut you down, lock you inside. That'll be a problem. All of these are security doors. They can lock down the entire area. Anywhere you see a break, an open break, it's a security door. If it is not a direct break where it's a doorway, It's not a security door. Meaning, this right here, hallway. It's not a security door. It doesn't have security doors. It would only be this part where it's a direct break that has a security door. Elevators don't have security doors, but they will lock you inside. The stairs, you can move up and down, no problems. This one right here, the square. This is break room. Occasionally there's some people hanging out in there. This one right here, big security room. There's always people hanging out in here. Then you have 2 security server rooms on the first floor. One here. One over here. See, the problem with this building is you can't just travel in and out. There have been spells placed on it in the past, mostly by me to protect, getting attacked. And unfortunately, I don't have the ability to shut down those spells, so we might have to deal with some of my original traps, but we should be okay. I hope. Anyway, bottom line is we need to get the sword from the main area upstairs out. The problem is anytime one of those security doors comes down, you're not going to be able to open it. You're going to have to go through the wall, and that ain't easy. Fortunately, I've been able to order some heavy equipment. All of the cannons, they work. All of the battering rams, they work. All of the heavy equipment, you can make it work. Guns, not so much. Although the bomb, that's legit. I've been stashing things for this escape for a while now. So, again, bomb works. Cannons work. Cannons on the bottom floor work. Only problem is it takes a minute or two to load them. So, don't think you can just go all trigger happy. And you need the ammo from one of the other security rooms. So, plan accordingly. You can steal the ammo pretty easily, but arming the weapon takes a little bit of training. I can show you how. Not too bad, just don't fuck it up in the moment. And I can give you a couple of packs of gunpowder so you'll be able to use the cannons. But if you need more, there is a legitimate stash of gunpowder in one of the rooms where you guys were in over here. So you'll be able to grab any of the smaller items like gunpowder and all that without a great chance of all the security alarms going off. Also, because it's a museum, they don't want to trap everyone inside. So the security doors will only go off in the area where something has been tripped. Everything's not going to go off unless you do a major smash and grab. You break down a wall, you take out a major security hub or something, the entire place can go into lockdown. The other thing you could try to do is knock out the server rooms, but you'd have to do them in tandem. Then you could slow the security doors and everything. It's kind of up to you on how you want to play it. When it comes to something like this, I take hints from you guys. But I will say this, I'm the one who gets my hands on that sword. I'm not giving it to you guys to trust that you're just going to get me to wherever I'm going. So, however you want to do this is up to you.
That seems fair enough.
But you can get in that case once we get you to the sword?
Getting in the case isn't too easy. Getting into the case without tripping the alarms, I don't have the skills to do that.
But you can get inside the case once we get to the case.
The case is thick glass. That mesh cage, that's an alarm. It would take some time, but you could break into it. Use some heavy equipment, you could blow through it. Might damage the sword. I'm confident a big, strong lad like, she looks at you. No? Looks at you, Sarah? Maybe? Looks at Sana? This one. Could probably break in. Given a few minutes, I could do it too, but it would be loud.
Okay.
But that is the alarm, right?
Break that case, that room's going to go into lockdown. You're going to need someone to help you out of that room.
The 2 security server rooms that you mentioned at the front on the bottom floor, how easy are they to disarm in tandem? Because we have enough people to split in 2 teams.
Well, they would be pretty difficult, and we'd also need 2 people to steal the sword. And when I say 2 people, I mean I'm going to be there, but I'm not going to be going ham on that case. That's where you come in. Hot stuff. Looking at you, Sana. You're breaking into that case. I want plausible deniability.
Of course.
Well, we have those the dynamite, is that the bomb that she said functions?
Yep, it's functional. And you'd be able to steal that one pretty easily. They just have a small security wire on them. Just cut that without being too crazy.
So if we trip an alarm in a farther corner of the building, we could potentially trap security guards in there.
Thinking of dynamite. I mean portals.
I didn't think about that, but
Well, if the security door is only shut in the area where an incident is, the bottom right corner of both of these maps is the largest area we could maybe snag a bunch of guards in, and they get trapped.
assuming the guards can't, just use their badges to get out of those rooms immediately.
Security doors can't be opened with a simple badge. It takes at least a minute to open the door itself.
Okay.
Maybe more.
That's not a
Well, then maybe we
large
should
time
do that.
frame. But if it was tripped and we immediately smashed the case upstairs in 2 separate instants, we'd be able to make our escape while they took that time to unlock the door.
Do you know the blast radius of that bomb that's upstairs?
Blast radius is more directional. I mean, you could use it like a hand grenade or a fireball if that's your kind of thing. A fireball by itself might get through one of the walls. Definitely wouldn't get through a security door. Oh, another thing. Just thought of this. If you block a security door while it's coming down with something, it'll go back up. Now, security's on the lookout for things, making sure doors aren't constantly blocked. But if you put something down, it would go back up. These are security doors. They're not there to lop your limbs off. If somebody was trapped inside of that security door and it went down on them and cut them in half, it'd be a bigger liability than losing the object. So you could probably keep 1 or 2 of them from completely slamming shut if you planned it. Any more than 1 or 2, maybe, you'd probably get caught pretty quick.
Hey, those shields that are on the wall opposite the sword,
Yeah,
what's the security like on those?
they're in a case. Good luck getting them out without tripping an alarm.
Well, there's no mesh wiring around it like there is the sword.
No, but if you smash those cases, they're still going to know. They got a pressure sensor in there.
Okay.
This sword has something a little bit more sophisticated. It's the most valuable thing in here. I knew someone would come for it one day.
Alright, I think I have a bit of a plan, guys.
Okay, hit us.
I'm going to be right back. You can keep going. This plan's for you guys. She'll follow your lead.
We try to plant a distraction in the bottom right room on either floor, I don't really know which, to try and trap some guards in there. I mean, it could even be like we have the guards in there like, hey, will you help us with security before the show? And then we shoot, I don't know, I'll shoot Eldritch Blast and like trigger an alarm and they get locked in there.
Mm-hmm.
But then the bomb, if we plant it, so you know where the sword is? It's against that wall. On the other side of the wall, in that hallway, if we plant the bomb there, we would only need to keep 2 doors from closing, where we could grab the sword, run down left to those stairs, and then because there wasn't an incident on the bottom floor, this bottom security door to go out the back door wouldn't be closed.
That's a good path of escape for sure. I definitely agree with that. And like she said, we can, if we're all together, or at least the majority of us together, one of us can be in the doorway, brace on it to keep it up if we need to.
We could even, there are smaller objects in these rooms upstairs. We could even put objects there.
True. That's very true.
And I mean, we can also use these cannons. We could just, direct them towards the wall and blow a hole.
But remember, the louder the explosion in a wall, all the security guards are going to come down.
Yeah.
So we want to manage the doors we want to come down. And the problem
save
is
the,
we need people upstairs when she blasts the security and locks them in, so that we're, as soon as she's locking them in, smashing the case. Immediately after we hear the boom, she retrieves the sword. Then we're catching the doors that are falling nearby, stopping them with objects we've laid there, and making our escape, meeting her downstairs, and we all go out the back door.
So she is sitting in the doorway while you smash the case. You grab the sword, you smash the shield case, you grab the shield, you meet her at the door, and then you guys begin running to the left towards the stairs where there's
Right.
probably Sona waiting.
No, no, no.
Just in case that. Yosara's waiting.
Yosara needs to be downstairs on the blast control. You need to be near the doors or one of the two doors that we'll probably have to keep open. She's going to be right next to me with the case. Your goal is to have placed objects near those doors to keep them up so that as soon as we smash both cases, we're out there running right behind you because you're keeping the lead, keeping the doors open for us.
Right.
And then we literally meet Yosara by the lower left-hand stairs and we all go out together.
The other part of that sonnet is the bomb. Plant that on the wall behind, like the hallway wall behind where the sword is. We can grab the sword that way and duck out quicker to the stairs.
Right. But okay, so what about, okay, if we're looking at just the sword, and I turn to the lady, I'm like, which of these doors as we look at this sword are gonna close?
If you break the one in the room, then this one, this one, and this one.
Okay, how about the room across the way?
Well, you're only in that room, so those are the only security doors that will close.
So we would only have to worry about keeping one of the doors open.
Essentially, yes. Then you would be out of that room.
Okay, so if Ildren was with us manning that door so that I can smash both cases and she grabs the sword, I grab the shield, Ildren keeps the door open, then we all three go through the weapons room down to the stairs, meet Yosara, who's on the lower level, and then we all make an escape towards the back exit.
Like, that could work.
How can we get a lot of the guards in one room at once?
What would be a way to call a security meeting for all of them to go to the security room? The main one on the bottom floor on the left-hand side.
So that's the thing. I'm the museum curator. I look over the artifacts and I'm able to appraise them and even buy new ones. I don't have any authority over the security team.
You don't have authority, no, but you know their habits. You see, if we put, a buffet out, would they all be like, hey, free food in the break room?
Yeah, that would definitely work.
Do they all take lunch at the same time? Do they?
No, they don't. And of course, they're going to have staggered schedules. But yes, we could easily try to lure a few of them out.
We lost someone. Egg just disappeared. Egg is gone. Egg is...
Laptop probably died. He'll come back.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Okay, so what we need is something to lure them into probably the bottom right room on the top floor.
I mean the bottom floor. That's the bottom floor.
On the top floor.
You wanna lure them into the top floor?
The bottom right room on the top floor. If they get trapped there for a minute, they're out of the way and they're not in the way of our escape. They're also behind us if they get free. They're not in the path of us trying to leave.
So you want to plan an explosion in the heart of the room that we're going to be robbing right next to it?
Basically, yes. I want to plan a trap so that they're not going to be stuck in our way.
Well, see, my thing is, if we get them all down in the lower area and you make the explosion, in a sense, twofold to where it hits this area over here, it'll lock them in there. It'll lock these doors here because technically it's a part of that. And you'll just have to keep this door open for us to get to the exit. Because it'll hit both walls because it's a slim hallway.
Okay, can you do that again? I couldn't see what you were gesturing at, so you were just saying...
Okay, so bottom floor, security room, right?
Yes.
Thin hallway connects to main room. If you make an explosion in this hallway, you're not only going to lock the doors in the security room, you're going to lock the doors in this room. And by choice, 3 rooms in one will start locking. But if you're here having made...
We don't want to lock the doors in that bottom left room.
You're not listening. If you do that...
Okay,
and
I'm going to let you play with this as long as you want. I'm going to leave it all up, but I am going to jump off of this. This is the heist that I came up with. I thought this would be kind of fun. So you guys can spend whatever time you want planning it, and then in 2 weeks we're going to execute, and we'll just see how it goes.
Okay.
Housekeeping thing before you leave, get with Egg about if using Fantasy Grounds for auditions, how he can use that.
It's going to be real tough. It's not easy to switch someone else to run my account. So you guys can just do it literally however you want, but I'm going to, or, I mean, I guess I could pop up. No, then you wouldn't have the battle trucker. I'll play with it.
All right, guys, so we're actually going to end it here. Yosar and I are going to talk a bit more about our actual heist plan, but do know that it'll be 2 Wednesdays from now. Next Wednesday is a trial run for a new member, and Alex will be gone. And we do hope you guys will come hang out with us then, but we will be back the Wednesday after that, and we will be completing this heist. Hope you guys can catch us then. Thanks so much for coming and joining us today.
Should have done a better